Kingdom building.
Take every inch of my view, consume me. Take every inch of my view, consume me. I'm gonna say that again. Take every inch. Take every inch of my view, consume me. I like that right there. Come on, we want to take every inch of my being. Take every, yes, consume me. Come on, I want to hear everybody say that. Take every inch of my being. Yeah, yeah. Come on, not just part of us, but every, yeah. It's so much. I want to hear y'all say that. Take every inch, consume. I ain't talking about give them half your heart and you still got goodness and resistance. Take every inch. We need healing. Because when I say I bless you with everything in my heart, it's every inch. Consume me. Let me hear you. Say that like you mean it. Take every inch, consume us. Keep saying take every inch of my being. Yeah, yeah, come on, we still in brown. Consume us. Come on, keep saying every inch. Come on, some stuff is just gonna happen in your brain. Some stuff gonna happen in your brain. Don't keep saying, take every inch of mine. He ain't give us the spirit of fear. Some of us got the spirit of fear. He ain't gave us the spirit. Say this. Watch this. He ain't gave us the spirit of fear. 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 He ain't gave. He ain't gave. We redeem you right now. He ain't gave us. No more. We won't be moved by our feelings. He ain't gave us. Yeah, yeah. Yeah, yeah. There shall be a sound that come out of your mouth. There shall not be noise. There shall not be noise. Anoint thy voice. Stir up the gift. Stir up the gift that's within you. I birthed them in time. That gift that's going to be stirred up. Don't be plagued by fear. For if you acknowledge him in all your ways, he's going to direct your path. That's a direction that he shall take you. But you have to be willing to obey. Willing to obey, that he will confirm the word that he put in you. So you seeking for direction, seeking for direction. Walk in him with all faith. Lean not to your own understanding. He's going to direct your path. He's going to give you peace. Peace. Your peace has been shaken. Peace has been shaken. He's going to give you peace. Peace even in your home. Peace in your house. Peace in your home. No, it's happening this way for a reason. Trying to make you into a vessel of him. Some of these things you're going to sing your way out. Sing your way out. You're going to birth songs within you. That's why he has the hardship come. He don't want you comfortable. But move forward in him. Move forward in him. Hallelujah. Make me like you. 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 The prophetic shall increase in your life. Conquer fear. Conquer fear. Let's help back up the things that you say. Don't hold back when he speaks. Conquer fear. Because he ain't gave you that spirit. You hear what I'm saying? Your eyes don't be open where you're going to be able to see things even in the word prophetic. Amen. Begin to tie things together. You hear what I'm saying? Begin to tie things together. It's something that you gonna have to birth even out of your wife. You hear what I'm saying? It's something that you're gonna have to birth out of them. Because it's in oneness. It's in oneness that he's gonna accelerate the things that y'all desire. You hear what I'm saying? Come on up here. He's gonna accelerate the things y'all desire. Don't allow those frustrations to bring division. You hear what I'm saying? You hear what I'm saying? Because in oneness, it's going to accelerate, y'all. But it's something in you, he's going to have to birth that. But he got to get into that place of no fear. You see what I'm saying? Because y'all are two prophetic vessels. You hear what I'm saying? Because he's going to start dealing with you with even more dreams. He's going to start giving you dreams and insight. Bring them to him. Bring them to him. So y'all can decipher them things together. He didn't bring y'all to this ministry to sing. You hear that? He didn't bring y'all to this ministry to sing. But your hands gonna start getting busy as your hands touch the plow. Don't look back. Don't look back. Push forward. Don't look back. Push forward. Look for new horizons. New horizons. New horizons. New horizons. Obey that. New horizons. When he speaks, don't worry about how he's gonna do it. Don't worry about how he's gonna do it. You hear what I'm saying?
Yes.
Right now, in the name of
You're worthy.
right now. Open up his eyes. but let even what's greater come out of it. It is when I take a conversion. It's greater than come out of it. Converted, stir the spirit. Within them in the name of Jesus, stir this up, stir this up. That this day he'll never be the same. He'll never be the same. That his ear may become so sharp and clear that he may hear. Then most I say he's going to use you to stop the vision. Division. The vision. He's going to make you bring things in order. Bring things in order. You're going to be essential to stop things that try to bring division. So he's going to give you a voice in the heart of the people. But they're going to value your word. You know what I'm saying? I ain't gonna scare you. Come on. Hallelujah. Praise the Most High. Hallelujah. Hallelujah. You can have your seats. You'll get down. Hallelujah.
Hallelujah. You're worthy.
They give him praise. Yeah, what I'm saying, because ain't nothing else we can do before we come before his presence and give him praise. Listen to me, everybody. Let's get out of the mode of coming to sit down.
That's right. That's right.
When you come into this house, it's to give the Most High praise.
That's it.
And give him honor and give him glory.
Hallelujah.
Oh, I gotta say you back. You're right. But it's to give him honor and give him praise. And I'm talking about not coming and just containing yourself. Because it ain't in there, it ain't in containment where you're going to get free. And then you don't know who might be in here that might get deliverance and freedom from how they see you.
Hallelujah.
You hear what I'm saying?
Hallelujah.
Because he done too much for us to sit down. And again, that ain't got nothing to do with how things are trying to be said. That's churchy and church stuff. You hear what I'm saying? Because if you think that, you ain't in the scripture, you ain't in the book. They all scream with a voice of triumph.
Hallelujah.
Undignified. That's part of our culture. That's part of who we are. You know what I'm saying? So this is the mindset that we got to come in, not a mindset of being intellectual. You hear what I'm saying? But a mindset to come and give our all to the Most High. Because we ain't going to be in the kingdom giving PowerPoint presentations. You hear what I'm saying? It's going to be giving them glory, giving them praise, and work.
That's it. That's it.
Hallelujah.
Hallelujah.
So let's come with that mindset so we don't have to work hard
That's right.
to bring it. Because I ain't going to get started without giving them the right type of praise. I wouldn't get out of that mode. I know we've been a certain way before, but I'm not going to get anything started if we are disrespectful to the King. You know what I'm saying? Because it's disrespectful to come to the King. Man, you will get killed in ancient times. If the King show up and you just sitting down and like he ain't nothing. That's right. Just sitting there looking. You can even see that today. Go to a courtroom and they say all rise and you just sit there and see what happens. You know what I'm saying? That's right. And how much greater is our King? So we're going to always get the right atmosphere to usher him in. Hallelujah. All right.
Father, hallelujah.
Mercy.
Thank you, hallelujah for the praise.
Hallelujah. So that's we'll do these two things and we'll accelerate it so we can get to the teaching because it might be a little lengthy today. But we'll do these two things because I want you to keep up with the things that are being said.
Thank you, Father. Hallelujah.
All right. I want everybody to be able to keep up in this Hebrew world. Yeah, some people, they go to a lot of Hebrew talking. And I want y'all sitting there looking like, what do you say? They say go to Bereshit. You're looking for Bereshit and then you'll say Genesis. So we're going to go over that real quick. And then we'll go over the alphabet a little bit, and then we'll call Mother up for the health portion of it. And then we'll go ahead and do a few more praise and worship songs, and then we'll go ahead with the teaching today. All right?
Hallelujah.
All right. So, let me hear you say, everybody say, Bereshit.
Bereshit.
Say it again.
Bereshit.
You gotta get your mouth used to saying that. Say it again.
Bereshit.
That's Hebrew for Genesis. So if you somewhere and they say Bereshit, you know where to go. Now some of my country gonna get into these words. You know, I'm from Mobile, Alabama, and I talk like it. This language and stuff is a little new to me too, in the sense of my vernacular being able to say it. I've been raised country with my lingo. You know what I'm saying? But we gonna still say it. All right, Exodus. Hebrew word for that is Shemot. So say Shemot.
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 Shemot. These names. Shemot. All right, we got that. So we got Bereshit. And we got Shemo. That's Exodus. The next one is Vayikra. Vayikra. Say it again. Vayikra. That's Leviticus. So we got Bereshit, Shemo, Vayikra. Alright. The next one is Numbers. I hope I can say this right. Bar Mitzvah. Say Bar Mitzvah. Say it again. One more time. So let's start from the beginning.
Bereshit, Shemot, Vayikra,
Do it again. Somebody eyebrow be like it. Do it again.
Bereshit, Shemot, Vayikra,
The last one is Dabrahim. So let's do it from the beginning.
Bereshit, Shemot, Vayikra,
Try that one more time.
Bereshit, Shemot, Vayikra,
Alright, so let me see what you got. Somebody get me Shemot 12 and 1.
Exodus 12 and 1.
Take this off. Shemot 12 and 1. Somebody read it.
And Yahuwah spoke to Moshe and to Abraham in the land of Mizraim, saying,
That's good. Somebody give me Vayikra 19. See in the first of that. Vayikra 19 and 12. Vayikra 19 and 12.
And do not swear falsely by my name, and so profane the name of your Elohim. I am Yahweh. Yes.
Somebody give me Dabrahim. 28. Pick a verse.
Oh my. Yah will afflict
Okay.
you with madness,
Go ahead.
Go ahead.
blindness, and confusion of mind.
Read it again.
Yah will afflict you with madness, blindness, and confusion of mind.
Alright. Somebody give me Bereshit 1 and 1.
In the beginning.
Good job. Alright, that's good. That's good. Okay. Alright, now let's go to the alphabet.
What's the meaning of all this?
Huh?
What's the phrase? What the phrase it says?
The phrase of what?
All three of them.
As far as the meaning or the paleo alphabet?
Something about the group of it. He said a phrase last week. You got it.
Oh, you're talking about as far as when you look up all the names. Now, it depends what he's saying. Now, if you're looking up, let's go to here real quick. Not there.
This is like all five of them made a statement or something.
Yeah. Now, with that, well, it's right here. In the beginning, names he called in the wilderness his word. In the beginning, names he called in the wilderness his word. And as you go all the way down, it's a whole statement all the way through there. Alright? I don't know why I get in trouble with this other thing. I'm on technology. Help me out. Oh, I don't want to trip.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm on trip. Alright. Can y'all see that? Those that got glasses.
You still need to look up over here.
Let's see what I can do.
Somebody said it. I just was saying it out loud. That's a good one.
I tell you what, don't worry about it. I can't get no bigger right now. So you know, it's important to know the ancient paleo. You know, you can break down words as far as you have words in each. There's nothing that the Most High created that doesn't have meaning behind it. You don't create nothing outside of purpose. Even your sound waves have a point and intention to it. We just was raised in this American culture where words are meaningless and useless. But everything in the Most High, from his vernacular, to his vocabulary, to his sounds, to his words, has him inside of it. You hear what I'm saying? So, y'all have seen us when we're doing teachings. We'll take each letter of the word and give you the paleo, because everything would have begin with pictographs. It wasn't like he was just initially writing actual language. It started with pictographs, but then he showed you how it evolved, right? So, let's look at the alphabet. The first letter of the alphabet is Aleph. Everybody say Aleph. Aleph. Say Aleph. Aleph. All right. Anybody remember what that means? Or what's the okay. The ox. Who said ox? Good. The ox. And what does that mean? Strength. Strong leader. Strength. Power. Why would they say, man, I don't get to the teaching. Why would they look at the ox in those times? Remember, what mind are we trying to get back? What mind are we trying to get back? What mind are we trying to get rid of? Domestic, I'm saying that. Domesticated mind. We've been over here in prison, in the zoo. Say, I'm a lion. I'm a lion. Let me hear you say, I'm a lion. I'm a lion. But we've been domesticated in the zoo because we weren't raised in the jungle. So we're limited to our thinking and limited to our power. We just got free of the zoo. Yes. Ain't nobody coming and see us no more, ridicule us. We say, get me out of this zoo, I'm going to the jungle. But it's still limitations in our mind. It's like this, if you take how they train elephants and stuff in the circus. And what they would do with the elephant from a child, you know, they would beat the elephant, or they would put a weight on his leg that was tied to a string that he would only be able to go but so far, right? He would only be able to go but so far. So when years went down the line, that's training him of his limitations. Right. So after a while, what they begin to do now, when the elephant is one of the most powerful animals in the jungle, strength-wise. Yeah. You ever seen a mad elephant? Can't nobody do nothing with him. All right. So as he began to grow and develop, they put a P in there because he was what in his mind he understood, or the reality of the limitations became his reality. So they was able to move the weight now, and then he still will only go but so far. Because why? He was limited by his chain. Brainwash. It wasn't until the animal, where the fire broke out, and the animal got under pressure and he got out the way. He moved that stake and he ran, and he realized what? That he ain't bound by those chains. And some of us in our thinking is the same way. Well, we didn't realize we've been in domestication and been in the chain. Now we're breaking free. Some of us just broke free and tan up everything. Just because you're free, don't go crazy. All right, until you find your jungle. All right. All right, so the next word is bet. Everybody say bet? Yes. What does bet mean? House, family. In the house or in the family. All right? The next one is gamel. Say gamel. Gamel. Say gamel. Gamel. It means to gather or to walk. It also can mean lifted up. So we got Olive, Bet, Gamel, or Gimel. It depends on how you want to say it. The olive represented by the what? Which means what? Or a strong what? Alright, Bet is represented by what? A house or family. Right? Or to be in house. That's why, you know, Bethlehem was being what? House of what? Bread. But you see the Bet in the beginning that's represented by what? House. Alright? The next one is Dalet. That means the door or an entrance. To be able to go in and out. The Dalet. So what does Dalet mean? Door. So we got Aleph. Say it with me. Bet, Gamel, Dalet, and the last one is, we're going to do the guys what? Hey. What does that mean?
What's up?
Oh, you know what's up. Hey. To reveal, or to behold, or to see. Revelation. Behold, to look. And it's represented with a man with his hands what? Lifted up. It's represented with a man with his arms raised, so his hands lifted up. Oh, hey. But you're trying to get something revealed, and that's why worship is so important and praise is so important, because that's how you receive revelation as you begin to lift your hands. Because when you lift your hands, that's a sign of what? Surrender or submission. You see what I'm saying? So let's do this. Say Olive, Bet, Gamel, Dalet, Hey. What does Olive mean? Somebody give it to me.
Ox. Sorry.
What does Bet mean?
House.
What does Gamel mean? What does Dalet mean?
Door.
That's good. Or entrance. That's good. And what does Hey mean? Hey, y'all. No. Reveal. Good job, y'all. Good job. All right. So real quick, because time is moving. We're gonna skip some things. We're gonna go ahead and call Mother up for the health portion of it, and then we'll do probably one song, or maybe two, and then we'll go into the word. That's all right. Let's have Mother and Goza come forth with our health portion. Give her a hand clap as she comes.
Shabbat shalom.
Shabbat shalom.
I just wanted to share some things with you that Most High has been dealing with me with, and I really don't know how to put it together, but I was sitting there thinking, well, can I change to do something else quickly? And then when Warren talked about being domesticated and about the elephant, I realized it's on the same line. So I'm going to try to pray for you to put it together. Has anybody in here had a friend or someone they thought was a friend? They found out later that they weren't a friend, nothing but an enemy. Most of us have gone through that experience. So what did we do when we found out that this person or people were not our friends? Stay away. Sorry? Okay, well, we all have entities in our lives that we think are friends. And we're beginning to find out now that they're not really our friends. This walk that we're on now, our eyes have been opened in certain areas. And in the area that is open, it's a huge area, but it's not really area. You ever put something in the microwave from the fridge? Let's say a pie. You put it in there and you put it on your plate. Part of it is warm, it might be even hot, and another part is ice cold. There's so many other areas in which we're intertwined into this system, because that's what it is, a system. And we really don't know how, but in most area of our lives, we're tied up. Now I deal mainly with health. So, how did you learn how to eat the way that you eat?
Parents, grandparents. grandparents said.
Yeah. Is it the way that the scripture said it should be?
No.
Okay.
Chitlins, pig feet, hog maw, neck bone.
Okay. And all the fast food, do you see all the commercials? What are they?
Chick-fil-A, Burger King, McDonald's, Popeye.
Chicken sandwich.
And we eat these all the time, don't we? Yes. With no thought as to what it's doing to our bodies. Okay. The system was designed for us to think and do just that. The friend that I'm talking about is FDA, food industry and the drug industry. They're a team, they tag team. One comes in, gets you to a certain place. When you're addicted, then it passes you off again. It's a system. We have to get out of that system. And the same way that our eyes are open as to who we are, like the elephant. He knew who he was, but then his foot was still domesticated. Would only go so far. Most of us are tied up and don't know. If I say to you today, can you stop eating sugar? How many of us eat? Yeah, because they have us hooked. They've taught us what we should like. They manipulated our taste buds. So that they can get rich. We feel free without even knowing. When we get up and we go to work, right? Somebody cuts you off on the road. Are you happy about that?
Not at all.
You're mad. And it could spoil your whole day. Years ago, I was a road hog.
Wow.
I would get so upset.
Not you, but.
Yes. I remember one day I was going to work and somebody cut me off, and you know they do it deliberately. And I put my fist up. And then I thought, wait a minute, because we used to do street meetings. And I thought, what if that person turned and sees me at a street meeting? And I prayed about that thing, and the Lord said, He took it from me. And I didn't realize until I found out people could do anything. I said, okay, go ahead. He took it from me. But you know, we were taught how to respond.
That's true.
If all that we saw, let's say on the television, movies, series, if somebody cut somebody else off, they would say, oh, bless you, have a good day. Do you know that's how we would respond?
Yeah, you're right.
This is another area in which we're caught up. We're caught up. We're taught. We're in a system. Go to school where they brainwash you. Then you get older, you go to college. You get married, you have your children, get a mortgage for 30 years. Paying off that mortgage for 30 years, making the system rich. It's a system. We have to get out. Over the past month, I've had, Rob has been giving me just glimpses. When I say glimpses, like just a few seconds of like a particular mindset that I believe is what we're supposed to have. He says, no, my mind was above everything. All the problems were still there, but I was above it.
Hallelujah.
Some many years ago, a few years after I got saved, I was led to go on a fast. It was a 5-day water fast, and I've never had a fast like that before or since. I wish I could. It was as though I was walking on clouds for 5 days. The children were younger then. They could have been swinging on the chandeliers and it would not bother them. But this glimpses of what He's been giving me over the last few weeks has been even though it's just been a few seconds. And I know He's saying, look, this is where we have to get.
Come on now. Come on.
Everything is still the same. All the problems there, but we're able to walk. Just tread like we tread in water. And different scriptures have been coming to come out from among them. Then who's them? The system. But first we have to realize we're caught up in the system. Because a lot of us think now because we're awake.
Right.
Nuh-uh. Our legs are wrapped up and tired. Our minds are tired. Every time we walk into our homes, that's our haven, right?
Come on.
The fridge is buzzing. The air conditioning.
Yes.
This is plugged in, that is plugged in.
Right.
It's all bombarding
You're right.
our being,
You're right.
and we don't realize it. We turn on. Every time we get somewhere, we turn something on.
My goodness.
Get in the radio, the car. You get in the car, the radio. Come home, the television.
That's right.
Bombarding. And even when we don't turn anything on, do you know that I want to put a challenge out here. Everything, obviously not the fridge, everything that is plugged in, when it's not being used, take the plug out.
All right.
Not just switch it off, take the plug out
Yes.
for 1 month and watch your electric bill.
Wow. Okay.
You will be shocked.
All right now.
All that energy is coming out and it's penetrating, whether we realize it or not, it's penetrating. And it affects us, along with the radiation. So my word to you now is be conscious that we are locked into a system and pray for the Most High to show us how to loose our minds and our heart from the system, because we don't even know. Something happened, we respond in a certain way, not even realizing that. We were taught how to respond.
Yeah, that's right.
Hallelujah.
Hallelujah, wasn't that awesome?
Yes.
I give Mama 2 seconds. That's somebody else can help. Not that you come up here and minister to us. We need to hear that. Hallelujah. It's always good to hear the ancient wisdom from the emas and the elders. Hallelujah.
Hallelujah.
All right, so let's do this real quick. We're going to go into maybe 2 songs quickly, and then we're going to get on into the word. That's all right?
Yes.
All right, y'all, don't rush me now. Don't rush me. All right, come on, let's get a praise team and hand clap as they come up. Ask that everybody stand.
Hallelujah. Give us glory, praise team. Hallelujah.
Y'all come on, slide on over there.
Hallelujah, hallelujah, hallelujah. Hallelujah, hallelujah.
Hallelujah. Well, while we're waiting, a few announcements. Amen. Don't forget to register for Passover if you have not. The deadline to register is February the 28th. And I do believe the last time I spoke to Kim, she said that we were about halfway there for registration. So if you don't make the deadline, we'll have to see you the next time, okay? So make sure you get registered, and if you register from this point forward, you will have to pay the full price to register, as the payment plan option is no longer available. If you go to the restroom or send your children, don't send your children. Go to the restroom with your child. to make sure that things are taken care of. Hallelujah. I know we have a newly potty trained son, and at home it's very interesting. So we always try to go with them to make sure that the area is clean when we get done. Amen. Hallelujah. And I believe that's it. That's all.
Hallelujah.
Hallelujah. Come on and give your hand clap of praise. Hallelujah.
Hallelujah. Hallelujah. I'm going to do this real quick. It's been a long time. That's all right? I need one more mic. Hallelujah. I'm going to do let everything that have breath. Praise God. Y'all going to do this with me. All right. Y'all ready? Let everything that have breath breathe out. 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 We send them up. Hallelujah. Hallelujah. We send them up to high praise. Hallelujah. We send them up to high praise. Hallelujah. We send them up to high praise. Hallelujah. Let everything that have breath praise. 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 We send them up to high hallelujah. Hallelujah. We send them up to high hallelujah. Hallelujah. We send them up to high hallelujah. Hallelujah. We send them up to high hallelujah. Let everything that have breath praise. 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 Oh, we send them up to high hallelujah. Hallelujah. 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 We say Shema, Israel, Shema, Israel, Shema, Israel. Hallelujah. I said Shema, Israel, Shema, Israel, Shema, Israel. Yeah, we send them up to high hallelujah. Hallelujah. 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 Say hallelujah. 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 Let everything that come on here, y'all. Let everything that have breath praise. Let everything that have breath praise. Let everything that have breath praise. Come on, clap your hands. Let everything that have breath praise. Let me see you clap your hands. Everything that have breath praise. Let the drum play. Come on, clap your hands. Come on, clap your hands. Come on, y'all. Hebrews, move a little bit now. Let me hear y'all say, let everything that have breath praise. Let everything that have breath praise. Let everything that have breath praise. Let everything. Y'all ready? Oh, we send them up. Hallelujah. Hallelujah. We send them up. Hallelujah. 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 We send them up. Hallelujah. Hallelujah. Say hallelujah. Let me hear you say hallelujah. the man of one. Tell down I hit the beat. Hallelujah. No one like God. He is our Elohim. Hallelujah. No one like God. He is our Elohim. Hallelujah. He's the Yah. Cause he's the I Elohim. March with me, here it is, hallelujah. Hallelujah. Come on, everybody, march, let me see you march. March, God, yeah. Hallelujah. He ready for war over our industry. Come on, God. Hallelujah. That's his spirit coming, take a seat. We submit, yes, his presence, oh Elohim. Hallelujah. We get ready for war over our industry. Hallelujah. He's our Yah, oh yes, he's our Elohim. Hallelujah. Yes, he Yah, oh yes, he, come on, shout with me. Hallelujah. Let me see you lead for joy. Lead for joy, yes, yes. See, y'all too cute. Y'all too cute with it. Y'all too cute. Lead for joy. Oh, lead for joy. Let me see y'all listen. They too cool. They sit back here with their heads out like this. Let me see you jumping for our king, that's him. Hallelujah. He's the Yah of hosts, yes, he's our Elohim. Hallelujah. Yahuwah Sabaoth, oh yes, this is our king. Hallelujah. Hallelujah, hallelujah, hallelujah. We sing about the high praise. 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 Hallelujah. 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 And the Most High made. Hallelujah.
Hallelujah.
A war cry. A war cry. Hallelujah. We love to give praise to His man. Hallelujah. Hallelujah. There's none like Him. Gotta give praise to his name. Hallelujah. Catch my breath a little bit. That's how we should be, out of breath. When we come and give the most our praise, we should be out of breath. Hallelujah. Hallelujah. Thank you. And when I'm catching my breath, y'all do this song. Come on up to Zion. The Messiah's coming. The Messiah's coming. Are you ready? God is my life. God is my life. And my salvation. And my salvation. Tell me who. Tell me who. One more time, and then he say, y'all. And let's do this for Scott. Say it high at the end. Y'all, one more time. All right. All right, you can have your seat. Serious word, I want everybody to make sure you can take it. We got somewhere to go. Somebody say we got somewhere to go. We got somewhere to go. We got to get there.
We gotta get there.
Tell them, you gonna hold me back.
You gonna hold me back.
Get on out my life.
Get out of the way.
I said, get out my life, not out the way. You gonna hold me back.
You gonna hold me back.
Get out my life.
Get out of my life.
Let's get one of them other mics. Give me a little more volume so I don't kill myself up there. I gotta get in shape, y'all. Gotta get in shape. All right. Hallelujah. Oh, yeah. Oh, that took a lot of weight off me right there. Praise the Most High for Brother Show. I don't know what you're doing over there. I was over there picking. All right, so we're doing Prayer Wednesday. And the Most High is expanding what we're doing. And we're going to get ready to start touching the international field. All right, we got one coming up that's going to be in August. It's going to be in the UK. And then we're looking at the end of the year to possibly go to Barbados and Tobago. There you go. Did I say that right? Did I say Trinidad? Trinidad, that's a better word. I took that thing somewhere away, that's that country. So, but I was in prayer. This was before Wednesday, right? But I was in prayer, and the Most High, he told me, he said, I have granted y'all, the ministry, access to the four corners of the earth. No more will you just deal in America, but we got to get to the four corners of where our people are. And the four corners, everybody understand what the four corners is? We were scattered. When we broke the covenant, we were scattered to the four corners of the earth. That means every hemisphere on the earth, we were scattered to. You can't find a hemisphere or a place where we're not there. We didn't get there on our own. Hallelujah. We got there because we broke the covenant and we were taken captive into what? All nations on the earth. That's what the Messiah said in Luke 21. And we are still there to this day. So the Most High, he desired us to go to these areas and give these people the Basora, or the gospel of the kingdom. That's the difference between the gospel of the kingdom and the gospel of Yahushua. Yahushua preached the gospel of the kingdom. He didn't preach the gospel of himself. He preached the gospel of the kingdom. And the gospel is in Isaiah 61. That's the gospel. Hallelujah. And you go back and read that. So the Most High, he was telling us that he had given us access to the four corners of the earth, right? And that ain't just me. When I go, all of us are going. And I want you to really, like I told you, we're not building followers. I don't build you, I've been saying this for years, I don't build y'all to follow me. I don't build y'all to follow a man. Don't get comfortable in your seat.
That's right.
Because the time that we're living in, you got to be ready to go somewhere and leave. You can't, it ain't no brakes on the Most High.
Come on.
Ain't no comfortability in the Most High. We just sitting there and let somebody else do it. And you can get behind a man. And some people ain't going to come to my voice unless they hear yours.
That's right.
So we got to get out of the mentality of the church mentality. We're just sitting back and being quiet and allowing ourselves just to consume the word, but we ain't bringing fruit from the word that we're getting. Because again, you don't get comfortable in your seat to where you at. Because what you going to do is the Most High wake you up and say, I want you to go here. What kind of excuses you going to give him? I ain't studied enough. I don't know enough. You're going to sound just like Moses. You get the Most High mad with you. I done messed up. I done did all type of things. Most High ain't looking at that. He don't never look at you for where you are. He look at you for where he called you to be. So don't never get stationary on the Most High and get comfortable on a level that you at. Because where the spirit realm is at right now, he's calling, y'all pay attention. He's calling everybody higher. You got to come up. You got to come up. No more just sitting there. If you used to just singing in the choir, don't get comfortable with that. If you used to just sitting down and passing people water, don't get comfortable with that. Don't get comfortable even just coming here every week, because we are going to be sent out and we have to be sure of ourselves enough to know if we have to go somewhere, we're ready to be a leader. What happens if you might have to move to another city? You're going to sit here and just watch us on TV all day. Watch us online and never be affected in your city when we've been trying to put in you to go somewhere and be the leader he called you to be. You sit here for a season of incubating, but not to be stationary, because it's too much work to be done for us to sit still and get comfortable in what we're comfortable in. Amen. Or to be so self-consumed where all we think about is our own feelings. What we have been through. How somebody hurt. So what? Everybody gonna hurt your feelings. Get that in your mind now. This thing can't be about feelings. It has to be about order and what he has predestined you to be. I'm going to tell you like this. Everybody ain't going to like you in life. Get that. Get it. Receive it. Receive it. Everybody is not going to like you.
That's right.
You're going to have family members turn their back on you. They're going to call you crazy. They're going to say you lost your mind. They're going to say you went around that hocus pocus stuff. You an Israelite. Y'all up there shooting up places, huh? Come on. Like juvenile stuff. So you shooting up places, huh? You say you're Israelite, huh? You follow the Most High. You follow those laws. You follow commandments, huh? You keep your body clean, huh? Keep your food clean, huh? You call them Yahweh, huh? You call them Yahuwah, huh? You call them Ahia, huh? So, I'm trying to get us to a point that even us being on a prayer team, that you ain't just designated that I have to be there for the Most High to move. You see what I'm saying? Get ready, because some of y'all prayer team, praise team might have to go places with me. Might have to go overseas and places with me. And you can't get over there trying to make sure that all your notes is perfectly in line, rather than just singing from here. This is practice ground where the Most High is allowing us our confidence to build. But don't get comfortable here. Because when he sent you out, I don't care if no other praise team member can go. And you're the only one that can go. Are you confident in what's in you to go somewhere and break yours through when you open your mouth?
That's right.
I ain't dependent on nobody. That's my mentality. I'm going to get this thing done. I don't care who with me, who ain't with me. I'm getting this thing done. Because what? I have a charge to keep. And a calling to fulfill. I ain't got time to be consumed with just myself. Now, you're going to have seasons where you go through things. But don't get comfortable in that. You understand what I'm saying? So everybody understand that you are being molded to be a leader. Say, I'm being molded to be a leader. Not to follow. You put all your confidence in man, man gonna fail. I'm gonna let you know. I probably gonna fail. There's gonna be something you want me to do that I ain't gonna do. And it might hurt your feelings. Might be something I say that you ain't gonna like. Yeah. Every man is gonna fail you in some type of way. You see what I'm saying? So you don't put your confidence in nobody but Yahushua or Yahuwah, the Most High. You see what I'm saying? But if he gifted you and sent you to something, that's what you put your dedication in. You can't be a long ranger in this thing. You have to be connected. He didn't put all that word in you to sit back and sit down and not do nothing. Who are you affecting? That's a question to everybody. Who are you affecting? Who's called by your voice? That know when you speak, I better listen. You see what I'm saying? Let's move. Psalms and prayer. And the Most High said, awaken the, he first said, awaken the judges. He said, awaken the judges. He said, when I send you out, these are the mantles that you're going to have to operate in. And I'm going to explain every one. We're going to have to operate in kingship. And the prophetic. As a judge. And also operate as a priest. Somebody say king. King. Prophetic. Prophetic. Judge. Or priest. I can't get comfortable without just one mantle. Because he said, where he got descendants. And I might be speaking to you for in the future. Because some of y'all can't see yourself there now. Because you're still looking at you. But the Most High ain't never looked at a person about where they at, but he looked at you for where he called you to be. Get your confidence up in how he sees you. Not how you see yourself.
Amen. Come on, that's right.
Because if you still think you domesticated, how you going to go somewhere with authority? And you've been trained to be a slave over here. So you'll go to the four corners still with a slave mentality. than the king of who he made you. You'll go somewhere scared to prophesy and to speak to the atmosphere, to call things out of people, because you're still looking at you. Somebody come a problem to you, you wouldn't know how to judge. You be judging off the side of your eyes and what you heard rather than his spirit. And if somebody asks you to get them delivered, because when we go to Four Corners, it's going to be people with all kinds of spirits. Not these just little American spirits, but people that are committed to their demonic forces. And what you going to do when they're standing there looking at you? You're going to crumble. You're going to say, I'm going back to America. I'm used to them demons. I done seen all of them. I'm going, I got to go back home. Maureen, you go ahead. I'll pray for you. This is what's coming. But he was showing me you got to be ready to function in your kingship or queenship. Why are you sitting there taking things? That's what he dealt with me. You're a king and a queen. You're supposed to decree a thing and it's established. But you sit there and just allow things, just taking things. It won't take authority over what you're going through. How long is this going to be going on in your house? How long are you just going to be dealing with that? Next 6 years, another 10 years, you're still dealing with the same thing. Because you're saying, please, help me. Turn this thing around. Instead of speaking to the atmosphere or the entity that's causing your chaos.
Amen.
That the Most High ain't going to stop no entity that you've been called to silence. King and the queen. Kingship. Authority. Assets. Prophecy. That's why we're developing your ears and your eyes now. That's why it's important to come to prayer. Because each prayer, we're trying to make you into a seer or a hearer of the Most High. We're trying to activate your eyes. Activate your ears. That it don't take me to have to prophesy to you. I want to get to the point where I'm out the way and all y'all going through. I'm sitting back there watching. People coming in, people come to this thing new. They drive miles and miles to get here to go back and get nothing. Augusta, are we going to do that? That these people come down from everywhere and we don't give them deliverance, we don't give them freedom, the things that they needed? You know what I'm saying? We got to get on our game. All right, let's move. I already talked about that. Matthew 28 and 18. Matthew 28 and 18. It says, then Yahushua came to them and said, all authority has been in heaven, has been on and on earth has been given to who? Me. Philippians 2:10 and 11. That at the name of Yahushua, every knee shall bow, of those that are in the heaven and those that are in the earth, and those that are under the earth, and that every tongue that should confess that Yahushua is king, to the glory of Elohim, the Father, or Abba. So now you see that when it talks about name, everybody gets so confused and caught up in that. But when you look, well, what does name mean or represent from a Hebrew perspective?
Nature, power, authority.
Nature, power, what else?
Authority.
Authority, what else? Who? Okay, purpose. Who? Function. That's good. When the Messiah say to do this or to take on his name, what does he mean? Take on his authority, his nature, which is even his character. So when he's saying that there's no other name in heaven where men must be saved, he's not talking about the letters. There's no other authority that has been given to heaven that men may be saved. You hear what I'm saying? All right. So we understand that every knee gonna bow to him. So wherever you go, or even that you hear, you must understand that you have authority over these things. Right? Ephesians 1, I'm laying the foundation. That the Elohim of our Adonai, Yahushua, Hamashiach, the Father of glory may give unto you the spirit of wisdom and revelation in the knowledge of him. Why is that important? Going somewhere with the spirit of wisdom and revelation.
You got to be able to operate in, once you get the revelation, how to use wisdom and apply it.
That's good. That's good. Anybody want to help them out?
You will know how to go in before people and you will know how to come out.
You gotta know how to go in and come out, in and out. Verse 8, the eyes of your understanding be enlightened that you may know. But y'all, this is a powerful scripture. The eyes of your understanding be enlightened, that you may know what is the hope of our calling, what is the riches of our glory, the glory of our inheritance in the saints, and to know the exceeding greatness of his power to us for who would believe, according to the workings of his mighty power. So before we move, we have to make sure the eyes of our understanding has been enlightened. Right? We must understand we know what the hope of our calling is. That we've been called to be what? A holy nation, a peculiar people. And we must know what the exceeding greatness or the richness of our inheritance which are in the saints. Verse 20, in which he walked in Christ when he raised him from the dead and set him at the right hand in heavenly places. So where is the Messiah, Mashiach, Christ? Where is he sitting right now? Where? On the right hand. All right, on the right hand. In what? Heavenly places. Now watch what he's far above, because this is your kingship. He's far above all what? And what? And what? And what? And every what? That is what? Every authority that has been given authority, not only in this world, but what? So he already, before the next world even comes, he already have authority in that realm.
Hallelujah.
So why are we still struggling with these little entities that's trying to destroy us? When you go places, you must know and understand that you have authority over these things. And this is your training ground here. This is why he allows situations and circumstances to come in your life to train you. When you in covenant, everything is training. Even your failures is training. Amen. But you can't get comfortable in your failure. But your failure can be produced in purpose if you align yourself back right. But the authority has been given to you. Y'all, this is not just coming around just sitting here and just getting excited about a word, because you're going to get past that. The days of this right here, that's over. Because ain't nothing going to change until you get walk in obedience. I don't care if a prophet come to you and say, if you spin around 3 times, by the time you get home, everything going to be changed. It's not. Don't let me tell you, this is going to be the day of the change in your life. Everything going to turn around, not without obedience. That's right. Not without you still walking around with the root of bitterness and resentment in your heart. Not thinking you're going to get away with the Most High. Do you not know you reap what you sow? Yeah, you get right there for it. Do you not know that things that you sown going to come back? The things that you're going through now is because of seeds that you have sown. You can't disrupt that process. Just because you have been given a way back because you repented, don't mean the consequences ain't coming. Because you sold that. So with the Most High, just because he don't get you in the moment, don't mean he ain't going to get you, because you got a day of reckoning coming. He see how you speaking at that house. The way you speaking to your husband, the way you speaking to your wife. He see that control you try to have over each other. He see that everything you're doing is for selfish motion, and you keep sowing and keep sowing and keep sowing and want somebody to deliver you and get pressure and stress off you, and you keep sowing the wrong seeds. How your marriage gonna get better if you keep sowing seeds of discord? The Most High watching all that, and you got a day of reckoning coming, because the wages of sin is what? You got to pay.
Hallelujah.
You got to pay. The wages of sin is what? And I want y'all to get that. The wages of sin is what? Yeah. So you can start over today by sowing the right seeds. And keep a consciousness of that. That I will not sow evil or wicked seeds no more, because I know I got a day that's coming and I'm going to have to pay for that. Can't get over on the Most High. You can't hide from him. He said that the light to him is darkness. If you make your bed in a grave, I still see you there. So how you think you're getting away from him by doing things at the house and coming to assembly with your hands raised that he don't see it? Wages of sin is death. Gotta pay. You'll see everybody else growing and flourishing. And we wonder why you're being held back. Wow, because you sow wicked seeds. It's coming back to hunt you. Just because you got repentance, man, hear me, I ain't trying to make you scared. I'm trying to wake you up. Just because you got repentance doesn't mean that the consequences ain't gonna happen. That's a law. Just like the law of gravity. You jump off a building, you're going down. You can pray all you want. Father, catch me. Send your angels to catch me. Oh, I didn't jump. You didn't jump now. You didn't jump. You broke a law. He ain't gonna come and supersede a law that he had already established and put in work. And just because he loves you, he gonna stop that law. When you jump off a building, you can die. Watch the seeds you sow. Say it from this day forward.
This day forward.
I will sow to the Spirit. And from the Spirit, I reap things eternal. Yo, my man, I really, if you don't get nothing else in this message, understand you can't get away from the Most High. He said the hidden things, he see the things that you're doing behind closed doors. You can't get away from the Most High. If you're out there cheating on your husband, he's watching you. If you're out there cheating on your wife, he's watching you.
Come on.
If you're out there scandalizing each other, he's watching you. If you're out there stealing from people, he's watching you. And there's a day of reckoning that's coming. You can get out here and sing all you want. You can get out here and pray all you want. You can get out here and teach all you want. But that seed gonna find you out. Like Solomon said, just because payment from sin is not as executed as speedily, what man heart do?
Don't only sin.
Don't only sin, it falls to it. Because you thinking that we all right.
Help us.
Ain't none of this gonna matter if you keep sowing bad seeds. I know y'all quiet on it, but I want y'all to get there, and I want us to stay right here, that weight and get on there. That's why every day I try to sow the right type of seeds. I'm careful with my lips. Because you watch this, you're gonna be judged by every idle word that you speak. Judge you or condemn you. Stuff you don't understand, shh, be quiet about it. When you speak against something that you don't understand and know about, those words gonna follow you. Everybody be like, shh, be quiet. Hallelujah. I know that took a little excitement off you, but I want that the weight to be on you. Verse 22, and he put all things under his what? Feet. And gave him to be the head over what?
All things.
Not to the church, but to his what? Body. Which is his what? The fullness of him that what? So if he's seated in heavenly places and you are his body, where are you at? If he's seated on the right hand, you are under who? Under him. I'm trying to get you to a point of kingship where you don't allow things just to take over you. Ephesians 2, here it is. But Elohim was rich in what? He's rich in what? Mercy. Now don't get me wrong when I said the wages of sin is death. He ain't sitting up there with a spear trying to stab you in a little thing you do. But some of us look at the full side like that and he say something. Say. Yeah, he gonna get you, he gonna kill you, stab you dead. He's rich in what?
Mercy.
And his mercies is renewed every what?
Morning.
Every what?
Morning.
I praise the Most High by that.
That's right.
I thank you, God. I need mercy. Because I mess up. I ain't got everything right. And I'm thankful for his mercy that he's what? Mindful of me. You see what I'm saying? Was rich in mercy and greater love wherewith he loved us. Even when we was dead in our sins, have quickened us together in Mashiach. Verse 6. And he hath raised us what? Up together and made us sit where? And where? So we're sitting right under him. This is the order. The Most High over Yahushua. Right? And Yahushua is over Israel. And Israel is over who? Oh, y'all messed up. Israel is over who? The nations. Y'all believe that?
Yes, sir.
I ain't got to go in the Bible and prove that, dude. Israel over who?
The nation.
The nations. Alright? Alright, so let's move. Keep going. Alright, so this is Job. I didn't put it down. Job, somebody, is Job 22. Write that down. I forgot to write that in there. Job 22. If thou, watch this now. This is where we at. This is where we at. I'm talking about kingship first. Kingship means authority. Everybody say kingship?
Kingship
Means what?
means authority.
Kingship means what?
Authority.
You are seated with who? Him. And where? So you have a throne that you sit on. You have a throne that you sit on under him. That's why some things is given to your authority. But if you've been domesticated to think you're a slave, you'll never sit in your chair. Everything you desire is waiting on you to sit down. Everything you desire waiting on you to just sit in your chair, your throne, and begin to what? Rule. But we way over here. Father, just help me. Just change this. Just turn it around. Just make it happen. He's saying, sit down in your chair. That's where your authority is. Then from your chair, you can rule and decree things and it be established. Y'all get this?
Yeah.
Y'all quit toiling and fighting things we ain't got to fight. Rest in what he made you. Do y'all get that?
Yeah.
You can begin to decree things and watch it be established. But what is in our decrees? What is happening? Why said things ain't just happening right off the bat? Because we sowed seeds that we got to reap. That's keeping our decrees from going forward. That's one thing. And then another thing, how can we walk in kingship if we still bound by resentment and bitterness? Then you can't decree that. This is why he took us through this purification, because it's going to be some stuff, I keep telling y'all, it's going to be some stuff that we're going to be doing that's going to be amazing. Because y'all, we ain't going to just walk out this captivity. I'm telling you now. They for years been planning how they going to get us.
Yeah, you're right.
They got everything intact. You can't go hide nowhere. They got technology that know what your body temperature is from 50 to 60 yards away. They know where you at. You ain't hiding in that building. They might be listening to this message right now. So it's going to take something supernatural. Please don't put in your head that America is going to be the promised land.
That's right.
I'm telling you, some people think that. Like Most High, he's just going to make everything all right. And I'm going to get all my businesses and all this stuff going to get off the ground. And everything going to be lovely. And them people going to end up loving us. They just going to do me like this and just say, I'm sorry for all the years of captivity. So sorry. Believe that you want to. The church don't care nothing about you. And I ain't talking no crazy talk. Just go on out there then. Go on out there and see what happens. Them folks gonna show you now. Yeah, trying to decree. I just love you. I love you. Come and give me a hug. The Bible said I'm supposed to love my enemies and just come hug me. You end up with 20 knives in your back. If you don't realize what scripture was talking about. Come slap me on my other cheek. Here it is. Here it is. Come slap it. Yeah, that's what Christianity taught you how to be docile and weak-minded. And made a whole nother perception of the Messiah in the scripture where you just think he all about love. That's all they talk about, just loving you, and you can go do anything you want to do. You got it any way you want to have, because that's my Jesus, and Jesus gonna love me. They spit on him, and they took his beard, and they whipped him, and he just took it. That's how we're supposed to live. No. That had a purpose behind it.
That's right.
The only reason he took a beating was because of you, Israel.
That's right.
Mm-hmm. That's the only reason he took that beating.
That's right.
And you're crazy behind want to go get with the Romans.
Come on.
And wear his crucifixion around your neck. As tribute to him. That's like somebody dying in an electric chair. Now you walk around with an electric chair on your neck. Get these crosses off your neck. That's disrespectful. That ain't got nothing to do do with our culture and our life. If thou return unto the Almighty, thou return to the Almighty, thou shalt be. Now watch this now. This is what all has been doing. If thou return to the Almighty, thou shalt be what? How many of us have been feeling broken? You ain't got to raise your hand. It's on the inside say. And watch this. This is a continuous return. It ain't a destination now. Get this. Your return to the Most High ain't a destination and thinking, oh, I'm all the way good now. It's going to be a continuous return. Because what? I'm not in the truth. Yeah, y'all looking at me crazy. Watch this. You ain't in the truth. Yeah, amen in that. Yeah, y'all don't like that. You ain't in the truth. You've been born in a lie. The lie was manifested before you got here. You are in the lie and walking to the truth.
That's right.
Every day you're returning to more and more truth, and more and more truth, and more and more truth. You understand what I'm saying? That's why you can't completely just lock down on stuff, because you don't know. You might get another revelation, something revealed to you. Don't never just get locked down and thinking that I'm good, I'm all right, everything good with me. Now I can start talking about people. Saying, now look at you, you just wicked servant. You just started eating clean. Yesterday. You calling everybody the devil. But you still go out there and eat those little devils. Watch this. Thou shalt be built up. Now this is how, y'all listen. This is how you're going to walk in kingship. I'm trying to push all y'all ready to be kings and queens. Okay? Don't let people come to your kingdom and all the king and queen keep doing is fighting. Don't get quiet. Y'all know it's the truth.
It is the truth. Talk about it.
Y'all know. Okay. When everybody want to do right, things will get right. I'm going to say that again. You know why things don't happen? Because somebody in there don't want to do right. Say that again. When everybody want to do right, say it. Things will get right. Let that sizzle in your spirit. When everybody want to do right, things gonna what?
Get right. It's true.
Ain't that not reality? If you have a consistent problem, somebody don't want to do right. And watch the sisters. Yeah, that's him. I know they went in every sister head. Hear it! Hear it! You heard it already. Yeah, we got some humble sisters here. Thou shalt be built up, and thou shalt put away what? Far from where? Read that again. Thou shalt be built up, and thou shalt put iniquity where? So we're going to get to a place where iniquity has left our dwelling. First, iniquity has to leave this tabernacle. Then iniquity can leave this tabernacle. Well, we ain't got to cast out a demon every service. Because I ain't going to keep casting them out. You know what I'm saying? I can cast them out. Y'all done seen it. But I ain't going to keep casting out that same devil now. You going to keep him. Hey, man, it's a lot of, man, it take a lot out to cast the devils out. You ain't going to wear this prayer team out, I promise you. Probably over this one. Get this iniquities from out the tabernacle. Then thou shalt lay up gold as what? So when the iniquity leave your heart and your life, you're going to lay away gold. Now where was dust at, where you was empty inside, it'll be storage for gold. The jewels of the Most High. And he said, I will give you the riches of dark places. You'll become a vessel of ministry. Y'all listening to me? And the gold of fur as the stones of the brooks. Yea, the Almighty shall be thy defense. Please. And if when you get rid of iniquity, he gonna be your defense. Y'all remember I told y'all about that man. Got to clapping. Road rage, help me. But he gonna be your defense. And thou shalt have plenty of what? Look at the richness that comes to you by getting yourself rid of iniquity. For then shalt thou have thy delight in Almighty, and thou shalt lift up thy face unto who? The Most High. And thou shalt make thy prayer unto him, and he shall hear thee. If anybody feeling like the Most High don't hear you, it's because of iniquities. He said it's because of sin hath what? Separated me from you. He shall hear thee, and thou shalt pray thy vows. Then the things that you desire, he gonna manifest. Now watch this. I gave you all that to get to this kingship. Thou shalt decree a thing, and it shall be what? Thou shalt, what does decree mean? Declare. It ain't just saying, oh yeah, that's gonna be dead. You have to decree it as a king, and it's going to be established unto you. And what had happened, first you'll start trying to do it, right? You start trying to do it first, and things might not seem like it's happening right off the bat. Why? Because your faith has to grow in that area. You can't manifest things above your faith. Please hear what I'm saying. You can't get to a point where you're going down there right now, calling down here. Calling fire out of here. Because your faith has to grow, so increment by increment, he'll start showing you things and giving you things. You start to see that your faith will begin to grow and grow and grow, and then you'll get to the point where you can decree things in the atmosphere and it'll be established. But don't get disheartened just because the first thing you decree ain't happening right away. You got a lot of things that got to go through. We understand that. And thou shalt shine, and then no, and the light shall shine upon thy ways. That means everywhere you go, you'll be a light. Ain't that beautiful? Yes. Places that you go, you can walk in a office building and all eyes will be on you. People be wondering, like, that's something about you. You'll get in the car with people, Uber driving, and it's just the presence in there. You see what I'm saying? People will come to your house and they'll be like, man, it's a light. Yes. Man, there's something about you. It all came from what? Putting away the iniquity. Now I can sit where? In my what? This is why I say when you begin to speak against the atmosphere of demonic things, you have to speak in that realm. You have to go to that realm and say, and I say this because what? I was trying to develop my faith in this thing. So I say that, Father, I come to you as your priest or your king that's under Yahushua. And I speak from my realm of the throne under Yahushua, and I speak to that atmosphere. And I begin to declare, because I say, every demonic realm, you hear the words out of my mouth.
I know that's right.
Because my name has been growing in the realm of the spirit.
Hallelujah.
Yes. My name has been what? Ascending. Yes. Where even demonic fear, the demonic demons know my name now.
Come on. Hallelujah.
You don't believe that?
I believe that.
Sons of Sceva. They say, Paul, I recognize him. Yahushua, I recognize him in the dream. But your name ain't here. We still got dominion over you. What are you doing? And I'm gonna bust your head. Because you done got out of your rank. Even the demonic realm has ranking.
Wow, that's right.
You don't just jump in there all willy-nilly. You ain't clean your life up. Got yourself clean.
That's it, sir.
You know what I'm saying? I ain't talking spooky stuff, man. This is real. Truth. You got to cleanse yourself and begin your prayer life, your fasting. All these things elevate your name in the spirit realm. Then you can decree a thing and you'll see stuff jump on people. Because they know your name in this realm. That's why when people come to me and need deliverance, I speak to that realm because I'm known. I get the word to what? Ascend there. I'm going to keep saying this. I ain't just talking. Y'all keep watching my life then. You'll stay to see this right. That's why you're going to see me go outside and going to call some rain there. That must have been a coincidence. He was already a part of the cloud. Let's keep going. I gotta move. Alright. Give access to the open door to the four corners of the earth. Now watch this. Alright. Revelation 3. Now watch what we finna show you. Revelation 3, and the angel of the church in Philadelphia write, these things saith that is holy. He that is true, and he that hath what?
The key of David.
Now that's a serious thing. You have to go back to get your ancient mind to understand what the key of David is. Everybody in that time would have knew what that meant. We make everything like this. I got the key of David. Glory, hallelujah. I got the. I got that key, then we'll make up a song. I got that key. I got that key. I got that key, baby. I got that key. Come on, key. Come on, key. Hey, that key. Who's that key? Get that key. Ring the key. Y'all know we do that. We're going to end about something we don't understand. I got a kid in. Watch this. Notice it didn't say David. He that opened the key, no man shut, and shut that no man opened. I know thy works. Behold, I have set before thee. And what? That's what the Most High said. Said I set before you an open door to the four corners, and no man shall shut. That's why when you get there, it ain't about your past. You gotta leave your past back there. The door open. Walk in. Nobody can shut it because ain't nobody create that door for you so they can't contain you and tell you when the door is open. Y'all can bring up the past all you want. He can open the door now.
Hallelujah.
You see what I'm saying?
Hallelujah.
Shut it, for thou has a little strength. We tired. You got a little strength. These folks is crazy. These folks is crazy. My family crazy. I'm sitting at the door, but I ain't got strength to walk in. But watch this. But you have kept my word, and you did not deny my word.
Name.
So the door is open to you. All right, so let's look at that. Hebrew term for key. Yeah, I can't say that. Mafte or something like that. Something. It means opener or that which shuts. In ancient time, these keys were made of wood, but sometimes bronze or even iron. Usually from 7 inches to 2 feet in length, with nails which fit corresponding holes in the lock. You can look at Judges 3 and 25. It is rendered an opening in 1 Chronicles 9 and 27. I ain't got time to just throw that, but write that down when you study, look at it later. Since keys were worn where? On the shoulders of the official, they came to speak of ones having power and authority. Let's go a little deeper. Isaiah 22, 20 through 25. Now this is going to give us an insight. I ain't want to make this whole teaching about the key of David. I'm going to do that another time. So I just threw a little breadcrumb in there for you to go dig in it. Maybe you going to come teach it one day. You know what I'm saying? I'm going to start giving y'all an opportunity. You're going in there. The key of David. Key of David. It's almost like where Joe's sitting right now. Joe would really possess that key.
All right now.
Yeah. Joe at the door to allow who he would desire to come in or to go out in the presence of the Most High. He holds the key to an open door or what? Shut. You see, you disrespecting the king out there, he's going to step outside the door and say, you can't come in. That's the authority that has been given to who?
Hallelujah.
Let's look at this. Isaiah 22, 20 through 25. Come, go to this steward, Shebna, who is in charge of the royal house. So the person that has this key of David is in charge of the whole house. He's a steward. Let me say this, Most High punched me in my chest.
All right.
He said, y'all be praying for me, praying to me for stuff that stewardship should get you. He said, why do you come to me praying about a car? But if you have a good name, you just don't get it. and they'll give it to you. Why are you praying to me about a house if your stewardship was right? That means if you had got good credit, because a name is going to be desire or record more than true riches. So you can just go get that house. But now you got to waste time praying to me because what, you ain't been a good steward over my finances. I said, well, no, Most High. You look great. Then he told me to get my life together. So I've been trying to get my life together. I said, I'm quit telling them people when I'm going to pay their deal. I don't want to set up that covenant. I set that covenant up with that bill and told them folks I'm going to pay it on the first. And I tell them folks, I'm going on vacation this month. You ain't at the top. I'm told the bill collector that. You ain't at the top of the list. Top. I get you this month. But the Most High said, then look at your name now. And you say you're Israel, and look at your name. You ain't a person of standard. Can't nobody believe your word is your bond. Look at your credit score with me. I ain't talking about just your number. Your credit score with me. You ain't been given access because you ain't got no credit with me yet. I had to go and repossess some stuff from you.
Wow.
So when you come to me, make sure your credit good.
Wow.
Then you can have confidence in your prayers. Because you've been paying his bill.
That's it.
We got to get there. Or you'll get to the point where you done got so much wealth by saving and doing your money that you go buy a car cash. Pay a house cash. I ain't a long way from there. But all of us, let's get our life together. Let's not going around these car lots, marching around the car lots. Marching around the house, but we did that first house, me and my wife.
Yes, goodness.
March around that house. But man, the Most High honored it. We got that house, and didn't have no good credit, ain't have no money, ain't have nothing to pay down. It was supernaturally gave to us.
Yes.
But it was, he said, I did that because you was a baby.
Yes.
You grown now. Some stuff my daughter can't get because she ain't grown yet. Yeah. So why would I give you something that you can't handle? All right, so let's read this again. Hushton went back over the room. He was talking to me, y'all. Okay? Don't get mad at me. He was talking to me. What right do you have here? Until y'all got quiet. Like I punched y'all in the chest. Who do you have here? That you have weaned the tomb for yourself here. So now this person that's guarding the royal house start doing stuff for himself. You who have weaned the tomb of life, who have carved a resting place for yourself in the rock. Behold you who is about to hurl you headlong, O man. How is about to grasp you firmly and roll you tightly like a ball and be cast into a vast country. There you would die, and there your splendid chariots will be, and you shall be the shame of your master's house. And I will dispose of you from your office, and I will pull you down from your station. Then it will come about in one day that I will summon my servant, so not somebody's going to replace you. Eliakim, the son of Hilkiah. And I will clothe him with your tunic, and I will tie your sash about him, and I will entrust him with all your authority, and I will become a father to the inhabitants of Jerusalem and to the house of Judah. Then I will set the key of the house of David on where? His shoulder. Now somebody else gonna possess that key. And somebody else gonna stand into Joseph's and be over the whole house. Allowing who to come into the door and who to let out. And I will drive him like a nail in a sure place, and he shall be for a glorious throne to his father's house. And they shall hang upon him all the glory of his father's house, the offsprings and the issue, all the vessels of small quantity, from the vessels of cups even unto the vessels of the flagon. So to have the king of David, which the brother had before, is to say King, well, we can say the Messiah. And just like Joel is sitting right there. If Joel has the key, in ancient times, the person that had the key to the house was in charge of who he allowed in and who he let out. He had to give them a self-evaluation, a whole evaluation before they can come before the king. He had to understand what the king needs was, what the king desired, and then see if this person is coming with the right motives in order to see the king. You couldn't just walk through the king. And he had authority over all the king's house. So what? That government rested upon who? His shoulders. So now the Most High, now what if this person that got the key to the house is so consumed with themselves that they forget about the king? Now they're beginning to open door about their own motives, about how they can do what they can do. Now they're allowing anybody into the house. You'll get to the point spiritually where you hold a key to somebody coming into the house of the Most High. Somebody getting their deliverance. And if they ain't coming right, you can't give them access to that door. Because what? The king is dependent on who? The king dependent on who? Everybody say that the king is dependent on who? Me. That's how important you are to the king's house. You have been given the key to allow an open door or a shut door. That's how important you are. We understand that? Does that make sense?
Oh, yes.
All right, now we gotta move a little faster. All right, say all right. All right, Matthew 16, you shall answer the 7 times. Blessed thou, O Simon Peter, for flesh and blood ain't revealed this unto you but my Father. And I say unto thee, thou art Peter, upon this rock I build my assembly, and the gates of hell shall not prevail over it. What did the, watch this, what you should give to them. I have given you keys of what? Now, you ain't just got the key of David. You got keys to the kingdom of heaven.
Wow.
Rest in them.
That's serious. That's so serious.
You guarding the kingdom now. That's how important you are to the Most High. And you can unlock things in other people's houses. So what? The kingdom can come near. Because what? It's no what? Nothing but deliverance in the kingdom, freedom in the kingdom, wholeness in the kingdom, wellness in the kingdom, and you have been given the key to unlock them in other people. So you're the guardian of the kingdom of who comes in and who what? Who names is on all the gates. The gates of the kingdom to what? So if anybody want to enter into the kingdom, they got to come through what gates? The gates. That's how important you are. I'm trying to get your understanding of knowing how important you are, because we've been domesticated to think we ain't nothing but thugs, hoes, and thoughts. And alright, let's keep going.
It's all right.
Key to the kingdom. So watch this. Mark 16, 17, 18. And these signs shall follow them that believe. In my name they shall what? That's the key to the kingdom. Casting out what? Devil. Casting out what?
Devil.
Casting out what?
Devil.
Well, get to the point where that's happening in you.
Yes.
But first you got to cast them out of who?
Well, that's it. That's it.
In my name they shall speak with new tongues. Right? They're going to get revelation and speaking in tongues. We'll deal with that. They shall take up what?
Serpent.
They ain't going out there going to grab no serpent.
Right.
And if they drink any what? It shall not do what? Even these diseases, man-made patent diseases, that's out there now. That one begin with a C. Coronavirus or Corona. Whatever it is. I ain't worried about it. And they shall lay hands on the what? And they shall what? Because you have been given keys to the kingdom, because ain't nobody in the kingdom is hurting or sick or have devils in them. So you have been given that key. John 20, 21. Then Yahushua said unto them, peace be with you, my Father. And when he said unto them, he breathed on them and told them, receive the Ruach HaKodesh. And he watched what he said. Whoever sins ye remit, they shall be what? Unto who? And whoever sins ye what? They shall be what? So he has been given to you the keys. Don't sound right. To forgive or return. Still see a level of importance. He's gave that to you. But they're going to be standing before you. And if they ain't meet the criteria of deliverance, you got to hold back your peace. You should gotta take your shalom with you. And say, baby, you ain't ready. You got some more repenting to do. You got some more crying out to do. You have to let that boyfriend go. You gotta let that girlfriend go. I can't sit here and just keep praying for you. That's being able to what? The key is to remit their sins or to what? Retain. And you have to be strong enough to notice that they ain't ready and tell them that. That is called what? Retain. You've been given that key, that what? Authority as a king. Y'all all right? That's it right there now. Oh, Lord. I got a lot to read. When y'all go home, read Matthew 10. All right, Matthew 10. But rather go to the lost sheep of the house of Israel. And as you go preach, oh yeah, I need to read that. As you go preach what? The what? And he said, go do what? Do what? Do what? Do what? Freely you have what? Freely what? So we have to go with the message of the kingdom. And when we preach the message of the kingdom, through the four corners, these are the things that's going to follow. The cleansing of the lepers, the raising of the dead, the casting out of the devils is evidence of what? The kingdom of power is more evidence of something else. It's evidence of what? When you pray for somebody and they get delivered, it's evidence that what has been accepted. They have been accepted by the Most High.
Hallelujah.
This is evidence that the kingdom has came in their heart.
Hallelujah.
Because when you pray for somebody and it's cold and you don't feel nothing happening, the Most High trying to tell you, I'm not accepting it.
Oh, I see.
I'm not accepting that. That devil don't come out. But when it happens, you know, if I cast out demons by the finger of God, he let you know that what kingdom is what?
Hallelujah.
Come to what?
That's good.
So the evidence that they are now and got from being cast out and away from the Most High, and now they have returned to the covenant, is when this happened. And that's why he calls them signs. Signs of what? That they have been redeemed. Because we need signs to see people. We can't spiritually just not see something. Black folks is moved by what they see and hear. Action. The Most High moved the same way. You don't tell him you believe him, he don't see him. We want to see, like just like your wife tell you, I want to see you love me. Don't come buy me no car. I want to see you. All right, Luke 22, man, we got that. Hurry up, man. Good talk. Ye are they which shall continue with the temptation and have appointed unto, okay, and I appointed unto your kingdom either as my father have appointed unto. Now, watch this. You have been appointed a kingdom unto you. That goes back to your throne. That goes back to your rulership. Say, I am appointing.
I am appointed.
A kingdom.
A kingdom.
A place.
A place.
Where I rule.
Where I rule.
As king
As king.
or queen.
Or queen.
When you run in the kingdom, it can't be about you no more. It has to be about what? What benefits your king, and then what benefits the people of the kingdom that is in your kingdom. You see what I'm saying? And he said unto them, when I sent you, I said to go without purse, script, shoes, did you lack anything?
No.
And you said nothing. Now, why is that true? Why is that true? Why, if he gonna tell me to go somewhere, he gonna say go without purse, go without script, go without shoes? He gonna what? Now how is he gonna provide?
You're going to call somebody to do it where you go. They're going to already be in place.
That's the mentality that we have to have with each other. That we really consider each other royalty, and when you come to me or around me, I'm gonna take care of you. You come to my city, your money ain't no good no more. You come visit me, I'm gonna take care of everything. You see what I'm saying? He said, when the message of the kingdom comes, don't worry about it because I'm going to take care of it. I'm going to have people that's going to look at the gift that's inside of you. They ain't going to look at them over there trying to raise money, trying to take money, trying to do all they money, and have somebody way on the other side that's looking from the TV and see the gift that you are. I want to bless you. So I'm going to pay for the whole thing. Because I know what he did to me, or she did to me since I was watching. You don't know who watching your life waiting to bless you. Who watching your life ready to bless you, and they trying to see how you going to go through something. I said, well, if they come through this, I'm going to be on the other side. That's why you can't give up in the midst of it. And once you start directing your life down the right path, sometimes you can just say, you know, I'm going to just start doing right. I'm going to get this together. I'm going to get my stewardship right. And on your way to get your stewardship right, you think in 10 years and somebody comes to you within that next year. Because you put a mind to do right. Most I said, I'm going to bless you because of the acceleration of time. I ain't got time to wait 5 years for you. I just wanted you to get the mind. Y'all all right? All right, so I'm going to move through this fast. I got to move fast. Awaken the prophet. Somebody say, awaken my eyes. Awaken my ears. And give me courage to speak with my mouth. When he starts revealing things to your eyes, giving you visions and dreams, and he starts speaking to you in your prayer room, don't allow fear to close your mouth. Speak it. Courage. I still got something I'm dealing with right now, boy. That thing's the oil. Man, how you say that. So it's gonna happen. Is that what you said? So watch this. Speak as an oracle. Y'all should know what this is. Speak as an oracle, as Yah, the representative, to speak his words and to speak earth as he would speak. Now, what is an oracle? But if you get caught up in me and be like, well, say, let me call him. Hey, God to who? Now, you might get to the point in this nation that he's going to make us gods to America. See, we look at stuff, but we can't comprehend it. It's like, me, a God to somebody. I ain't talking about 5% of what's up, God. But he gonna make you a God. And he's gonna put everything under your feet. And you might have to go to Donald Trump and to let him know this is gonna happen. I'm gonna walk around here 10 days with the shoes off. The prophets had to do it. One prophet, Hosea, had to marry a doggone prostitute. All for a sign. I'm like, Moses, amen. Really? I really got to marry a prostitute. He said, I want you to feel what I feel. Yeah, I want you to feel it. She keep running off. You can't never keep her home, can you? Every time you come home from a long journey, she gone. And another man's on. You feel that, don't you? You feel that hurt you a little bit? Most of I do that in your marriage. It how you through your spouse feel, but he's feeling. He said, oh, you don't like that. You feel that disrespect. And look how you disrespect me. Oh, he insensitive, huh? Look how you insensitive. Just start looking at the stuff you get mad by and then check and see if you're doing it with the Most High. He said, oh yeah, I wanted you to feel that. Hurt your feelings then. You crying a little bit then. I did it. That's why if anything happened with me and my wife, we all be like, okay, man, Most High, what I do? Because nothing happen out of your control. So I got to go to you and feel like, what are you trying to show me about myself? We always look at it, it's because of her, it's because of him. They him and then he's trying to like, oh, I did that because I want you to look at you. I want you to feel it. You ain't as up here as you think you is for me to. Yeah. All right. That's good. John 12:49, for I have not spoken of myself. This is when we go out prophetically. We go as kings to decree, but we can't speak of our own accord. You can't go over there in Africa and them folks just, you like it now. And they just love you and they give you everything. You just happy. And you say, I'm going to move over there and they treat me like a king. Then it becomes about who? It becomes about you. And then you'll go somewhere and folks start bowing to you. And they start saying, man, they put you up in charge. And start doing stuff at your bidding. You're going to start getting self-consumed. You ain't going to be worried about their deliverance no more. You're going to be thinking about your indulgence. And I'm over here and they doing my hair and washing my feet and happy about my return. Give me all kind of spices. And you done took something from over there. Most I ain't told you, you can put it up in your house. And you in trouble. That thing just over there on the windowsill just. You got hell going on in your house. You done took something that had been dedicated to another God. He just did the windowsill. Ain't no gift yet. Pray don't give through. I know that his commandment is life everlasting. Whatsoever I speak, therefore, even as the Father said unto me, so I speak. So he's saying when you go, he wants you to speak as he speaks. The prophet mantle of order and correction. That's what you have to do. We can't be afraid of order. We can't be afraid to speak order. We can't be afraid to tell somebody when they're wrong. You know what I'm saying? And bring correction. I'm not saying you do that all the time. Alright? But this is what you can't do neither. You can't be somebody that's trying to correct people that ain't got a relationship with people.
Right.
Yeah. They don't know you from hill of beans. And the first thing you do is try and bring correction. But when you go with order. Now you have to know what his order is. Because order is going to always supersede feelings.
That's good.
That's why we try to do things in here in order, to let you understand what the order is, because I can't get mad at you because you did something to break order when you didn't know. Now I got mad at you and separated from you because you did something outside of the order of this resting place. That's why every resting place has a certain order. You can't come to resting places trying to bring your own order in it because the Most High ain't give you the vision. This is why I tell you, you have to understand where we're going and what we're doing before you become committed.
That's right.
We ain't just gathering together just because we Hebrews. We're trying to go somewhere. We have a specific way that we are impacting and awakening. I'm not holding nobody here hostage.
That's right. That's right. That's
Yeah,
right.
let me show you something.
That's right.
We visible learners. I want everybody to see it. The battery died. Turn the other camera.
We got that one. We got that one.
This door right here, it open. It's on him. It's open. It's open. You get out. Ain't nobody been held here hostage. Say, let me call him. Hey, God to who? Now, you might get to the point in this nation that he's going to make us gods to America. See, we look at stuff, but we can't comprehend it. It's like, me, a god to somebody. I ain't talking about 5% of what's up, God. But he's going to make you a god. And he's going to put everything under your feet. And you might have to go to Donald Trump and to let him know this is going to happen. I'm going to walk around here 10 days with the shoes off. The prophets had to do it. One prophet, Hosea, had to marry a doggone prostitute. Yeah. All for a sign. I'm like, Moses, amen. Really? I really got to marry a prostitute. He said, I want you to feel what I feel. Yeah, I want you to feel it. She keep running off. You can't never keep her home, can you? Every time you come home from a long journey, she gone. And another man's on. You feel that, don't you? You feel that hurt you a little bit. Most of I do that in your marriage. It had you to your spouse feel what he's feeling. He said, oh, you don't like that. You feel that disrespect. And look how you disrespect me. Oh, he insensitive, huh? Look how you insensitive. Just start looking at the stuff what you get mad by, and then check and see if you're doing it with the Most High. He said, oh yeah, I wanted you to feel that. Hurt your feelings then. You crying a little bit then. Mm-hmm. I did it. That's why if anything happened with me and my wife, we all be like, okay, man, Most High, what I do? If nothing happen out of your control. So I got to go to you and feel like, what are you trying to show me about myself? We always look at it, it's because of her, it's because of him. They him and then he's trying to like, oh, I did that because I want you to look at you. I want you to feel that. You ain't as up here as you think you is for me to. Yeah. All right.
That's good.
John 12:49. For I have not spoken of myself. This is when we go out prophetically. We go as kings to decree, but we can't speak of our own accord. You can't go over there in Africa and them folks just, you like it now. And they just love you and they give you everything. You just have it. And you say, I'm going to move over there and they treat me like a king. Then it becomes about who? It becomes about you. And then you'll go somewhere and folks start bowing to you. And they start saying, man, they put you up in charge and start doing stuff at your bidding. You're going to start getting self-consumed. You ain't going to be worried about their deliverance no more. You're going to be thinking about your indulgence. And I'm over here and they doing my hair and washing my feet and happy about my return. Give me all kind of spices. And you done took something from over there. Most I ain't told you, you can put it up in your house. And you in trouble. That thing just over there on the windowsill just. You got hell going on in your house. You took something that had been dedicated to another God. You just did the windowsill. Ain't no gift yet. Pray don't give through. I know that his commandment is life, everlasting. Whatsoever I speak, therefore, even as the Father said unto me, so I speak. So he's saying when you go, he wants you to speak as he speaks. The proper mantle of order and correction, that's what you have to do. We can't be afraid of order. We can't be afraid to speak order. We can't be afraid to tell somebody when they're wrong. You know what I'm saying? And bring correction. I'm not saying you do that all the time. All right? But this is what you can't do neither. You can't be somebody that's trying to correct people and you got a relationship with people.
Right.
Yeah. They don't know you from hill of beans. And the first thing you do is try and bring correction. But when you go with order. Now you have to know what his order is. Because order is going to always supersede feelings.
That's good.
That's why we try to do things in here in order to let you understand what the order is, because I can't get mad at you because you did something to break order when you didn't know. Now I got mad at you and separated from you because you did something outside of the order of this resting place. That's why every resting place has a certain order. You can't come to resting places trying to bring your own order in it because the Most High ain't give you the vision. This is why I tell you, you have to understand where we're going and what we're doing before you become committed.
That's right.
We ain't just gathering together just because we Hebrew. We're trying to go somewhere. We have a specific way that we are impacting and awakening. I'm not holding nobody here hostage.
That's right. That's right. That's
Yeah,
right.
let me show you something.
That's right.
We visible learners. I want everybody to see it. But if you get caught up in me and be like, well, I'm going to see what more Ray going to say, let me call him. Because that might be life and death. Activate your ear, but come to a place where it can be activated. Right? But what did they have to do? They went on a fast. So what the Most High was showing me, even in the prophetic, that everything is going to take sacrifice. Everybody say sacrifice. Everything going to take sacrifice. Watch this. And this, y'all seen on that last Sabbath when we went on that 7-day purification that all of us got elevated.
Yes.
And if any of us was in that service, we seen together that everybody got elevated. I mean, we felt the Most High like, I know I did. I ain't never felt him before that. Now, my old dedication, I can't maintain that because I'm in a different realm. I'm on a whole nother level now because he showed us that. I can't have the old dedication no more. I can't let weeks go by that I don't say that to me. I can't let 2, 3, 4 months go by and I ain't fast at all or care about fasting. I can't keep eating everything and just getting plumped and fat. He done messed my eating habits up now. I ain't lying. He said, son, anything in me gonna take sacrifice. So what you gonna give me? Then he told me what to give me. Like, you asked me then, tell me. And y'all listen to this now. Understand it. This is me. Okay, he might not tell you this. Don't go around and say, Moray making a doctrine. This is me that he told me specifically. Don't go somewhere we eating and you start feeling under condemnation. Eat it. Because if it was me, I'm going to eat it. I don't care what you think. I'm going to eat it. This is mine. My groceries and my belly that I pay. But he told me, he said, I'm going to need beef for lunch. But I like, but I like it, but I don't eat a whole lot of hamburgers and stuff anyway, but I began to see, like, then he'll put you in a place where you finna go buy something, you realize that, and you done paid for it. And then watch what happens. Your mind be like, well, you done paid for it, you just go ahead and, you ain't been on fasting, man. You just go ahead and, you gotta make yourself do it. But then he told me, I said, I'm gonna need that about you. Then he said, because we went on a 7-day purification, and my purification, I did just 7 days of just water and juice. And then he gave me a vision of a scroll coming out of my mouth. No, a rod coming out of my mouth. And on the rod, it had Daniel on it, and I heard Daniel. And he said, eat the scroll of Daniel. So I know that meant study the book of Daniel. So I began to study the book of Daniel, and sometimes you just listen to stuff to see what jumps out at you. You know, I don't always go in there with a plan. Just going in and see what the Most High put shine light on. And man, he messed around. And I heard that 10-day fast that Daniel did, Most High stopped right there. He said, I'm gonna shine a light on that. He said, every month, I want you to go 10 days with just fruits and vegetables, nuts and grains. Every month. Every first 10 days of every month. I just came out a 7-day fast. Like, Most High, I've been eating groceries. And he said, you go straight from that 7 days into this 10 days, because what you gonna need for where I got to send you, you can't eat like you supposed to eat. You can't, like Moray Angelo had said, the Most High gave him. He said, there's some things I want to give you, but you're too full. Too full. So y'all know me. Y'all know me now. I ain't eating no salads.
Right.
I thought salads was rabbit food. I would always say, man, who don't eat no salad? I might go out there and eat some bread. I'm like, man, I'm eating well, man, ain't eating no salad now. Guess what I'm eating after these 7 days purification? And you know it, y'all.
I'm gonna see the difference too.
And I'm seeing it. And the Most High, like, he said, yeah. And then now I'm starting to like it. I'm like, man, I like this bread. Rabbit food. But it's changing, because he said, well, I got to send you, you can't have the same dedication. Sacrifice is what brings the next level. We see that?
That's it.
I know, this me now, it's me. No, don't get committed, this is me. He told me, don't be, man. So I've been riding there eating veggie, chicken sandwiches, and veggie sandwiches. They're pretty good. They got one over there on Tobacco Road, gangster. Yeah. Take your mix or veggie spaghetti. You ain't gonna tell me ain't no meat in this thing. And it was really good. But y'all, again, don't go here talking about he trying to put a doctrine on us now. You know, he dealt with me about how I'm presenting myself up here on some stuff that he don't want me to wear. But it's somewhere he trying to take me. I ain't gonna say that because I know what y'all think. But certain ways. All right. I'm gonna finish this one up. What time is it? And I'm gonna go ahead and start. We'll make it a part 2.
6 o'clock.
6 o'clock. All right, give me 10 minutes and then I'll be done. We'll just make it a part 2. Next week is second Saturday. I'll go right into this. Next Saturday. Y'all see how I be trying to be considerate of y'all time. Ain't all right? Ain't all right? Karen said it's most our time. You'll say that, Sister Karen, they'll be like, Moray just help us so long, we just sell dirt. All them scriptures he trying to say, you know what I'm saying?
What is it, 6?
he changes the time and the season. He removed the kings and set up a king. He gives wisdom unto who? He gives wisdom unto who? He gives wisdom unto who?
The wise.
You keep saying it until you get it. He gives wisdom unto who?
The wise.
So if you a fool, he ain't gonna give you wisdom. Or if you don't even have a level of being wise, you won't receive wisdom. He said, I give wisdom to those that love me. Because the fear of God is the beginning of what?
Wisdom. That's good.
And a knowledge to them that know what?
Understand.
When you begin to understand this covenant, well, you're going to get supernatural knowledge. You know what I'm saying? He revealed deep and secret things. And y'all take this, Daniel 2, verse 20 through 23, special prayer team. Y'all take this and meditate on it. That's why I want us to go. Where he revealed the deep and the secret things. And to know what is in darkness. Y'all, please. I ain't gonna just say prayer team, all of us. Meditate on this. Ask the Most High for this. He revealed deep and secret things. He knoweth what is in darkness, and the light dwelleth with him. I thank thee and praise thee, O thou Elohim of my fathers, who has given me wisdom and might, and has made me known unto me now what we desire of thee. All right? Oh, okay. What that's basically saying is this. What did Yahusha have to do before he walked in the fullness of his anointing? He was sent where? To be what? But he had to do what first? Fast what? It took a sacrifice. He had to give something up for 40 days, and then after the 40 days, then get tempted. You see what I'm saying? In order to be able to get the power that he was walking in, right? Alright, so, man, I stopped right here last time. I was going to cover the mantle of heaven and earth last time. Let me see how many slides there is. How many minutes I asked y'all?
All of them. Let's go.
Alright, I'm going to stop with this one. I got to do this, y'all. I got to do this, and then we'll be done. It's mantle of heaven and earth, because this is how we're going to have to go and be, right? The mantle of power. So when we go with prophets, we're going to be able to go and reveal things. We're going to be able to see things. We're going to be able to hear things. We can't be afraid to speak things. I don't care if it's to close family members, those that you knew before. When you go places, look to feel people. When I'm praying for people up here, and you see me get quiet, I'm listening to feel them. I'm looking inwardly with my eyes to see if I see something, and I'm listening with my ears, or even to feel something. Right? Because I want to be able to minister to the person, because they can't submit it in order to get free. So this is why you have to have a consciousness when you're praying for people. What are you seeing? It's easy to do this. Father, I just thank you for Father. Just bless them. Give them what they need, Father. They just been needing some stuff. Just give it to them. That's easy. But this is different when you pray and you wait. And you listening for the first words, or you see him looking for a picture, or what he's trying to show you, or you feeling it down. You see what I'm saying? And then you minister from that. And a lot of times it's going to take time for faith to build, but where you practice that in your prayer life. Sometimes when you're praying, start listening for names to come on who to pray for. And you'll be surprised. All right, power has the mantle of heaven and earth. Now we got to get this.
Take your time.
Man, my boy Josh, he thought I said, man, Wednesday. I said, man, you done took my whole message, man. I was going to deal with power of heaven and earth. But we, me and him was climbing with each other. All right, watch this. Joel 2:27, y'all. Pay attention to this. And you should know that I'm in the midst of Israel, that I am Yahuwah, your God, and none else. And my people shall never be what? And it shall come to pass afterward that I will pour out my spirit upon all what? And your sons and your daughters shall what? And your old men shall do what? And your young men shall do what? Now watch this. That's one thing that already happened, right? Peter said, this is what was spoken of before, right? Your sons and daughters. Y'all remember that scripture? In Acts 2? I think y'all remember. All right, verse 29. Now this is another anointing that's coming for at the end time. And also upon my servants and my what? Amen. Upon my what? Amen. And my what? Servants. We are the servants of the Most High, and the daughters of the Most High are what? Amen. So the men are the servants and the daughters of what? Amen. In what? So this is talking about another day. This ain't talking about the day where his spirit going to pour out on all flesh. Now there's going to be anointed for just the servants and the handmaids. Those that have been what? Faithful. I offer the servants and the handmaids in those days, I will pour out my spirit. Now watch what these people will begin to do. I will pour out my spirit upon them. And I will show wonders in the where? And where? And what? And what? And what? We're going to be able to usher in some of these things. Do y'all know that some of these earthquakes been happening because of our prayers?
Yes.
We've been talking about Judge America, Judge the heathen. You don't think the Most High heard you?
Yes.
You don't think some of these fires is happening because of what we're praying? See, you don't see yourself as the Most High sees. But we'll get to the point of what we're saying. Now, if y'all think the Bible is just fairy tale, then you need to leave it alone. Because our ancestors did this.
That's right.
You can't let intellectuality mess you up. Because it ain't going to take being intellectual for us to get out of here when you need to call down something.
Right.
Mm-hmm. And the sun shall be turned into what? And the moon into what? Before what? So this is before the great and terrible day. The great and terrible day is when Yahushua come in return. And he gonna come busting folks' head. What busting folks' head mean? Killing folks! Woo! And he said repentance at that time gonna be far from me and vengeance gonna be in my heart. But he said before that, the sun is going to be turning dark to the moon, so it's going to be things that are going to be happening in the atmosphere that we're going to be controlled. And it shall come to pass that whosoever shall call on the name of Yahuwah shall be what? So we're going to be able to call on his name, Yahuwah Shalom, Yahuwah Rapha, Yahuwah Teskenu. We're going to be able to call on his name and be delivered in the morning. Because what you going to do when they got me on video saying these things? And they right before me saying, either you gonna deny this, because you can't tell me you ain't no Israelite. We got you on video. And I see y'all on the tape. Yeah, you on there. You been coming. You're one of them. Some of y'all gonna be on Peter. I never met the man. That wasn't me. I got a brother that looked like him. But he said when we call upon them, these people that are already back in covenant, when we call upon them, that means when we profess his name, when we proclaim something, salvation is going to come. Not just the salvation of our spirit, but he's going to save us in that moment. We're going to be able to shake things. Man, can you imagine being able that they're trying to get you and you point at the ground and the ground begin to shake. Split it between the half. They look at you like you crazy. Come over here. Touch me you want to. You do this and rain begin to come. And I'm going to show you how you're going to be able to do. See, we can't even believe that right now. We're so good with books and breakdowns right now that we ain't even thinking supernatural. You go ahead and show this book. Yeah, you going to arrest me? Watch this book right now.
Let me get my PowerPoint.
Let me go get my PowerPoint and show you why you can't arrest me. Over there, listen to them doggone, what you call them, the moors you want to. Gonna be in jail. Oh, I'm a sovereign national. You can't arrest me? Okay. They've been hanging us for years as sovereign national. A Negro in here talking about he's a sovereign. Don't come to the judge. Now watch this, let's keep on. All right, let me show you this. All right, so I'm called to heaven and earth to witness. Deuteronomy 32. Give, O ear, ye heavens. It's another thing to meditate on. And I will speak and hear earth the words of my mouth. So this is how we want to hear from the Most High. That the heavens hear us, then we speak. that we hear from heaven, and then we begin to speak. And here on earth, the words of my mouth. So when we're standing before the Most High, and we're calling to heaven and earth, we're waiting for him to give us what to say, and then what we speak, the earth will manifest.
Yes. Yes.
This is where we're going. Meditate on that. Deuteronomy 32. All right, I'm going to go past Psalms 100. Y'all know that. Make the joyful noise, y'all. We already talked about that earlier. Don't come in here quiet.
That's right.
Come in here ready to be loud.
That's right.
Give the Most High praise. They should hear us out the building.
That's right. Hallelujah.
Deuteronomy 30 and 19. I call to heaven and earth today to witness against you. I've set before you life and death, the blessing and the curse. Choose life then that you and your seeds and your descendants in there. What is that saying? That's saying that the Most High brought in heaven and earth to witness your covenant. They was there and heard the vow come out of your mouth because they was there to be a witness unto you. So they was there when we made the covenant, the heavens and the earth, and this is why you are the only nationality group of people that the earth responds to. Why it responds to you? Because it was there when your ancestors made the covenant and your whore bought him in. Heaven and earth witness this. So this is why it says the earth is groaning. It don't groan for nobody else. You are the witness. It's been the witness of your covenant. So it ain't gonna get right till you get right. It's waiting to be commanded of you. So witness. It was there to see your covenant. And I'm going to show you in scripture that it only responds to you. That's why when we return, we're going to be able to do the same thing our ancestors did.
Come on!
You should know how to praise and pray now. And when you really bring judgment, because you can't be afraid to bring judgment on a place, to call in heaven and earth to witness. You shall do what you command. Leviticus, watch this. Let me show you this now. I ain't just talking. If y'all think the book is a coloring book, go color. And keep watching me. Leviticus 18:24. Do not defile yourself by these things, by these nations which I am casting out before you have become defiled. For the land has become defiled, therefore I brought it under punishment. So the land has did what? The land did what? Because they can't come to it doing the wrong thing, so the land began to spew out. And that's why earthquakes and tornadoes and tsunamis is happening, because of the wickedness in the land, and it's spewing things out. And it won't get back under control until you get under control. And shall do all these abominations, neither the native nor the alien who sojourns among you. For the men of the land who have been there before you have done all these abominations, and the land has become defiled. So that the land would not spew you out. The land would do not. Should you defile it, it has spewed out the nations before. So we see that. Let's keep on. Isaiah 24:4. Watch this. The earth mourneth and fadeth away. The world languishes and fadeth away. The haughty people of the earth do languish. The earth also is defiled under what? Because they have did what? So you mean the earth understands when you transgress his law? The earth is defiled under the inhabitants because they have transgressed his law and changed his ordinance and broken an everlasting covenant, so the earth knows about the covenant. Therefore, have the curse devoured the earth, and they that dwell thereon are desolate. Therefore, the inhabitants of the earth are burned up, and few men are left. We saying that. Isaiah 35. Watch this. I showed you some things about the earth being defiled, right, and being in your covenant. And watch how this earth gonna respond to you. It's talking about when we'll regather. Isaiah 35. The wilderness and the solitary place shall be glad for who? The wilderness and the solitary place shall be glad for everybody. For who? So the earth is going to be glad for who? Why? Because they witnessed what? Because we made a covenant with the one that established the heavens and earth. So if it obeyed the Most High, and you are covenant with him, because when you're covenant with him, you're just like him. That's why he said, I'm going to make you a God in the earth. And the earth going to respond to you just as it responds to me. Isaiah 35, the wilderness and the solitary place shall be glad for them, and the desert shall what?
Rejoice.
How does the desert rejoice? What does it do? It's going to bloom. That's it. It's going to bloom.
Yes.
It's rejoicing now. The desert shall rejoice and blossom as a what? And it shall blossom abundantly and rejoice even with joy and singing, so the earth will sing.
Hallelujah.
And the glory of Lebanon shall be given unto the excellence of Carmel and Sharon, and they shall see the glory of you and the excellency of our Elohim. Then when we see that, then something gonna happen with us. Then the lame man
Hallelujah.
begin to leap.
Yes. Hallelujah.
Then it's gonna happen to him. He gonna be saying, Yahuwah, hallelujah. And the tongue of the dawn, those that can't talk right now. That's why I don't worry about no deformities. There's coming a day when all those deformities is going to come back to where they originally intended.
Hallelujah.
I don't care what kind of sickness, what kind of thing they're trying to say on your children, all that stuff going to release off. For the wilderness shall break forth, water shall break forth, and streams in the desert, and the parched ground shall become a pool, and the thirsty land a spring of what?
Water.
For the wilderness shall be glad for who? Why? Because it was there without covenant.
Hallelujah.
Romans 8. Well, I consider that the sufferings of this present time is not worthy to be compared to the glory that shall be revealed in who? Bible talking about specific people. For creation awaits. You know, here with you. Creation awaits with eager expectation of the revelation of the children of Elohim. For creation was made subject to fertility. We made the earth come under subjection when we broke our covenant. Now it had to start experiencing these things that it didn't experience before. Subject, Paul knew this revelation. Not of his own accord, but because of the one who subjected. In hope. So we went into captivity and was subjected. And when we went into captivity, that hurt. That creation, because ain't the people that's reigning and ruling defiling this earth? Ain't they putting all kind of wickedness and stuff and pollution all in the air and crazy seeds, GMO seeds, all that in the ground and allowing that stuff to spring up in the earth? Is wondering, what kind of seed is this? I don't understand this. It's been subjected. Because he said, because you have forgotten my name, I'm going to put you under a foolish nation. That would call evil good. And good what? Evil. That creation itself would be set free. I didn't read that. That creation itself would be set free from what?
Slavery.
To what?
Corruption.
And share in what?
Glory is free.
Of the who?
Wow.
The earth is trying to be set free too. This is why you can't kick against this awakening. This is why this is the greatest time on earth right now. It's greater than a time of Paul, Peter, John, even Yahushua, because it's greater works now.
Wow.
We know that all creation is what? In what?
Labor pains.
So it has us as a baby with birthday. We're trying to birth out the children of the Most High. Even until now, And not only that, but we ourselves who have been the first fruits of the Spirit, we also grown within ourselves as we wait for the what? The redemption of what? For in hope we will be what? Saved. Zechariah 8. For the seed will be prosperous, and the vine will yield its fruit, and the ground will yield its produce, and the skies will give its dew. To the remnant of these people, I will give all these things. The earth serving you is your inheritance. But when we broke the covenant, in Deuteronomy 28 and 23, the heavens over our head became like what? And the earth under our foot became like what? It couldn't respond to us until we returned. Deuteronomy 30. This is how we have to do. But the word is very nigh thee in thy mouth and in thy heart, that thou mayest do this and live. Y'all see that the New Testament ain't doing nothing but quoting the old books of the Bible. See, I have set before you this day life and good, death and what? Now notice this is Moses talking. Moses is talking to the people. Prophetically, we're going to get to a place where we can set before people a blessing and what? We can set before them life and what? Real quick question. How are we going to do that? You do it all the time without knowing. How are we setting before people life and death, or blessing and curse? Say again. Without who? Without our mouth. But what are we telling them?
We present them the gospel, we present them the commandments, the king.
Yeah.
You choose what you want.
Exactly. When we become, when you follow the commandments, you become a commandment, right? You become a law in the earth because you are known by laws, right? And then you set before people, like, listen, I'm trying to bring you back out of this captivity now. You can reject this awakening all you want. I'm setting before you life and death. Now, if I'm trying to let you choose life that you and your seed may live. But if you reject it, ain't no death gonna come to you. And if you go backwards, there's no way you'll prosper. You won't see nothing but death until you put your hand on this plot. We got that? I said before, in that day I command you this day to love Yahuwah, our Elohim, to walk in his ways and to keep his commandments and his statutes and his judgment, that I may live and multiply. And Lord your God shall bless thee in the land where you go to possess it. But if thou art turned away so that thou wilt not hear me, but shall drown away and worship other gods and serve them, I denounce unto you this day that ye shall surely perish, and that ye shall not prolong your days upon the land whether you pass it or shall go into Jordan. This is Moses, right? Then Moses said this. I call the what? And the what? To record this day against you. And when you look in the scriptures, every time they was beginning to bring a judgment against somebody, they would raise their hand and say they call heaven and earth to witness this against you. So when in your prayer now, before you start doing this, because you can't play with the Most High and you start talking about you're going to call heaven and earth.
That's right.
Because the earth didn't witness the seeds you sowed. That's why I was talking about before, sow the right seeds. Start the day. Start over, sow the right seeds. Because when you do this, this is going to hold you to a level of accountability. But when we're praying against judgment against our enemies, we can raise our right hand, because raising up your right hand means you are going to declare an oath. Or you are in an oath. And I'm calling to heaven and earth where Yahuwah shall as a witness against you. And I set before you life and death and blessing and cursing. And we're going to set before people and nations and countries life and death. When Yahushua went to the fig tree, he did what to it? He cursed it. I ain't talking about cussing.
Thank you.
I'm talking about UMFGD self. You gotta have a covenant with your tongue too. Cussing is not alright.
That's right.
Okay. Stop cussing. You gotta get to the point where it might be in my head. Sometimes somebody might run over you in the car line. Them words. Stop it. Interrupt them words. And make yourself pure. But with this vision here, we don't cuss y'all.
Hallelujah.
Okay? So don't none of us get comfortable cussing around each other. Because there's no reason to do it. You ain't gonna go before the Most High and say, Most High, I'm tired of these deep people. These deep people got to go with their S.
Right.
S, Most High, S.
Right. No, I'm talking to him right now.
Come on, man. You should avoid the very appearance of what?
Evil.
The very appearance of what?
Evil.
Blessings and curses should come out the same what?
Wow.
Alright. I think that's it on there. Alright, let me do these last two slides and that's it. Let me show you that they did this and then we done. Joshua, I ain't write the doggone chapter again. I think it's Joshua chapter. So, Google it, and it said to Joshua, fear them not, for I have delivered them into thy hands. I read the yellow part. Then spoke Joshua to Yahuwah in the day when Yahuwah delivered up the Amorites before the children of Israel, and said in the sight of Israel, now watch what he did. Sun, stand thou still upon Gibeon, and thou moon in the valley of Elder. And the sun did what? Did he say Most High stop the sun?
No.
He looked to the sun because he knew the sun was in covenant and told the sun to stand still. And the Most High backed him. He didn't get up there praying, Most High, please stop this sun. Will you let it go? Just stop, just for a moment, so we can win. He said, sun, stop. Moon this. Because he knew it was a covenant.
Wow.
Until the people had avenged themselves upon their enemies. Is it not this written in the book of Joshua? So the sun stood still in the midst of heaven and hasted not to go down about a whole day. And there was no day like that before or after it that you were hearkening to the voice of a what?
Amen.
Y'all read that. There was no day like this before that Yahuwah. He hearkened until the voice of a what? That means he ain't pray about it. He just did it and Yahuwah said, so let it be. Is that fairy tale? That's a coloring book.
That's real stuff.
I got to show y'all this stuff because I don't want y'all to think we're coloring.
Yeah.
That this Santa Claus. Because if you don't believe this, you ain't getting out of this. 1 Samuel 17-12. While Samuel was sacrificing the burnt offering, the Philistines drew near for the battle with Israel. That day, however, Yahuwah thundered loudly against the Philistines and threw them in such confusion that they was what? Defeated by Israel. That's why y'all, man, we can't play with the Most High. All he got to do is strike down one tree by us with some lightning, and he can have forever commitment. The Most High is scary. For real. But he thundered so loud that he used the heavens again. James 5, watch this. Elijah was a man subject to like passion, just like us. He prayed earnestly that we might not rain, that it might not rain. And it rained not upon the earth by the space of what? 3 years and 6 months. And he prayed again, and the heaven gave rain, and the earth brought forth what? Heaven and earth in the covenant with him, so it responds to who? The miracle of the drought with Elijah's prayer. The miracle of the fire with Elijah's prayer. Elijah bringing down fire from heaven. The Jordan divided. The Jordan was divided by Elijah and Elisha near Jericho. Elisha purified the waters of Jericho, and the waters of Jericho healed by Elijah's casting out salt into them. So Elijah was even able to tell a man to go dip in the Jordan River. Because he knew when he went there that the earth was in covenant, that it was going to obey him and heal him. He's saying that. And we know that Messiah had power over the elements. So, with this again, and we read this before already, Joel 2, that these things are going to happen to the sons and the handmaidens. So, these are something else that you can add to your prayer. All right, well, again, right there, Deuteronomy 32, 34 through 35. Somebody get that for me. That'll be the last slide. Yeah, that's it. We'll end with that. Somebody get it and read it for me loud. Deuteronomy 32, starting at verse 34. This is something else you can add to your prayer. Y'all remember when we did the returning back to the covenant? And I threw that in there. I don't know if y'all seen it or not. But after we declared who Yahushua was, and we did the bread and the wine, and I raised up my right hand, and I said, I called heaven and earth to seal this thing that we did. That's what we did together. Somebody, when you have it, Deuteronomy 32, 34 through 45.
For their vine is of the vine of Sodom,
Alright.
and of the fields of Gomorrah.
Mm-hmm.
Their grapes are grapes of gall.
Mm.
Their clusters are bitter.
Mm-hmm.
Their wine is the poison of dragons,
He's talking about the nation that he sent us under. Keep going.
and the cruel venom of asps.
Mm.
Is not this laid up in store with me and sealed upon my treasures?
Now wait a minute. Ain't this everything that we've been going through? All the stuff has been laid up stored. Ain't nobody getting away from that. All this stuff that now let me say this. Let me say this. Don't take this the wrong way. It talks about the Most High mercy as far as the east is from the west. Do you not know that He has to judge us a different way? Certain stuff we wouldn't have did if we was not under this captivity. That we had no choice, that we was born into. So certain things as a righteous judge, He's going to take into consideration of what we could and what we couldn't do. And that's why the judgment against this land going to be so strong. And why He said He's going to wipe every tear. Because y'all know this nation, this land is so wicked. And the people in it is so wicked that you got a system, everything around you has been set up to kill you. The judicial system, get caught up in the judicial system and see what happens. You go look at that movie, Just Mercy. Just Mercy. The system, the medical field, been set up to kill us. The education field. So all these things have been set in place, and the Most High gonna have mercy upon His people. But we're going to go to the wilderness where judgment is really going to happen. And we're going to pass under a rod. But a lot of us is going to make it out that we think ain't going to make it. I'll get on that another day. Y'all think all our ancestors that died in slavery just going to burn and go to hell? Because they didn't have an opportunity to serve Christ? Do you think the Most High worked like that? That all of them died like that in captivity, couldn't do nothing, couldn't read, couldn't understand, and the Most High just going to say, well, all y'all don't be able to be resurrected to eternal life and experience the life of freedom? You think He's an unrighteous judge like that? Well, we got to go back and look at and re-look at things and understand not just His mind, I mean not just His acts, but His ways. I ain't got to believe Him. Let's go over that one day. Keep going.
To me belongs.
That don't give you no license, let me say this. That don't give you no license to go out there and do what you want, because you think you go get away. Because again, the wages of sin is what? Yeah. The wages of sin is what? Yeah. But He's a righteous judge even in our captivity. You understand?
That's it.
Go ahead.
To me belongeth vengeance and recompense.
Ooh. Ooh. Keep going.
Their foot shall slide in due time.
That's a promise. Keep going.
For the day of their calamity is at hand.
The day of that, you can't be out there trying to save them when He said the day of their calamity. And I ain't just talking about white folk, neither. Let me say that. Amen. I ain't just talking about white folk. A lot of y'all think he talking about white folk. Some of them gonna get there. A lot of them gonna get there. But I ain't just talking about white folks. Let's keep going.
And the things that shall come upon them make haste. For the Lord shall judge His people and repent Himself for His servants. When He seeth that their power is gone, and there is none shut up or left.
Ain't our power gone. Keep going.
And He shall say, where are their gods? Their rock, in whom they trusted, which did eat the fat of their sacrifices, and drank the wine of their drink offering.
What verse you on?
38.
Oh, keep on.
Let them rise up and help you, and you be your protection.
Yeah, let your gods, your little idols that you have made in your heart, they're gonna rise up to help you. Beyonce gonna come help you. What's her name? Rihanna, she gonna come help you.
Cardi B.
Jay-Z gonna come help you. Cardi B. I made money move. She gonna help you. Y'all don't, that's a helper there. Don't listen to her. Young lady, please. She'll send you straight to the clinic.
Yeah, she does. The Migos.
I'm telling you, don't listen to her. She about selling her body. She nasty, raunchy, and love to talk about it. Young Thug gonna have y'all young men gay.
Yes. Yep.
I'm gonna learn some of these new people out here. Keep saying the same thing. I know y'all don't know no Lil Wayne, Jeezy, and all that type of stuff. Hey, yeah, ain't twins. Y'all don't know about that.
See now that I, even I, am He,
Y'all listen.
and there is no God with me. I kill,
Who killed?
and I make alive.
He the one that killed. He the one that make alive. That's why we can't play with him, man. Keep going.
I wound, and I heal.
He wound and he do what? This is who? The Most High. Don't play with him, y'all. Keep going.
Neither is there any that can deliver out of my hand.
So when you sowed the wrong seeds, I'm gonna come get you. Pop, 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 pop. I'm coming. Keep going.
For I lift up my hand to heaven.
Wait a minute. Wait a minute. There it is. Wait a minute. This the Most High say he what? Keep going.
And say, I live forever.
He lift up his hand and say he live forever. Right? Declaring his own oath. Because he said, I have nobody that I can what? Swear by. So I swear, I lift up my hand and swear by who? Keep going.
If I wet my glittering sword,
Have mercy.
and mine hand take hold on judgment, I will render vengeance to mine enemies, and will reward them that hate me. I will make mine arrows drunk with blood, and my sword shall devour flesh, that with the blood of the slain and of the captives, from the beginning of my vengeance upon the enemy. Rejoice, O ye nations, with his people, for he will avenge the blood of his servants.
He gonna revenge what? He gonna revenge what? All this dying we doing, all this killing that's been happening from the time that we entered this place until now. You don't think he gonna judge that? He coming. It's gonna be rough. And this ain't. And one thing about the Most High, you gotta think about the Most High. Now we see little stuff and get mad. Like I went to go see that Just Mercy thing, and I got mad. Seen 12 years a slave, I could go to work next year. You know what I'm saying? We'll go see this thing. I seen what's them 5 exonerated young men. I seen that thing had me upset. We see it every little now and then, but the Most High see it constantly. Every 5 seconds of the day, he's seeing wickedness against his people. You don't think he gonna return that? He gonna.
And will render vengeance to his adversaries, and will be merciful unto his land, and to his people.
He gonna be merciful to what?
His people.
He gonna be merciful to what? Then I just tell you who he's gonna be merciful to? Mercy is saying you don't even, I don't even owe you this, but I'm doing this for you. That means I should get you. You know how you should whoop your children?
Yes.
And you ain't whoop them, you gave them what? They deserve the mercy. Mercy is something you don't deserve. That's why I was telling y'all, it's certain things that the way he's going to judge, he's going to have to judge it righteously because of what we was under. Even though we messed up and made mistakes and did things wrong here, he said because of what you was under and who you was under, I'm going to have mercy. Not for your sake. I ain't going to deliver you by your righteousness, but for my name's sake. But they thought that they could go and get my people, take my land, and part all that type of stuff and say they did that within their own power, which I say is blasphemy to me. Only way you got my children because they turned their back up on me, so I turned my back up on them.
Come on, preacher.
He coming. But don't take this, what I'm telling you. And in your heart, you go out there and say, well, he gonna have mercy on me. Come here, woman. That ain't my wife. Come here. He gonna have mercy. Come here, man, with your muscles. My husband ain't got all that muscles. He got a little stomach. It used to be muscles. Come on, man. And think you gonna get away. No. Go on, finish that up.
And Moses came and spake all these words of this song in the ears of the people. He and Hoshea, the son of Nun. And Moses made an end of speaking all these words to all Israel.
All right, so when he declared this here, lift up and set before them a blessing in the earth, we're going to stop right there and we'll continue on because this other stuff about the judge, being judges and being priests are extremely important. I'm going to really dig into us on that. Knowing how to judge things the right way, how to get right counsel and all this type of stuff. We're going to be there. Hallelujah. So we thank